but Emilio Pagan and Kirby Yates have had some rough outings. More with Pagan than I would say Kirby Yates. In his 2 outings as a San Diego Padre, Emilio Pagan has allowed 3 runs on 3 hits with a home run and a walk, and has an ERA of 13.5. Kirby Yates, who had a 1-2-3 inning on Saturday to secure a Padres win, didn't have as great of an outing yesterday, as he only went 2/3 of an inning, and he gave up 2 runs on 2 hits while also surrendering 2 walks. That gave the Diamondbacks a 4-2 lead in the ninth. Hopefully we can see better outings out of Kirby Yates and Emilio Pagan in the future for the Padres. Who's hot? Jake Cronenworth. Who's not? Emilio Pagan and Kirby Yates.
Who's hot? Who's not? Was brought to you by Mozzie Heating, Air, and Solar, San Diego's premier heating and air experts, offering free virtual installation estimates. Visit MAUZY.com.
I had a pretty fun This Date in Padres history on Saturday. It was the first time Hell's Bells rang for closer Trevor Hoffman. This one was pretty fun, too, but it's not as a significant historically. But it does involve home runs. Let's take a look back on this date in 2016.
Let's take a look back at a memorable moment from the San Diego Padres. It's This Day in Padres History, presented by B&B Appliance on the Padres Radio Network.
July 27, 2016. The Padres tied a National League record when they hit a homer in the 25th straight game. They became one of 5 Major League teams ever to homer in 25 straight games. The Padres hit a total of 42 homers during that run. Padres using the long ball back in 2016.
That was This Day in Padres History. 51 years of Padres baseball, presented by B&B Appliance, celebrating 51 years serving San Diego.
You're listening to the Geico pregame show on 97.3 The Fan. I'm Braden Soprano as we get you ready for Padres and Diamondbacks. First pitch coming up at 1:10 with Ted Leitner and Jesse Agler on the call right here on 97.3 The Fan. Padres trying to get the first series win of 2020 in their opening series against the Diamondbacks. Game 4 of the 4-game series. The Padres have a 2-game lead in this series. It will be Joey Lucchesi versus Luke Weaver on the mound between the Padres and Diamondbacks. And we'll get you a full pitching preview later on in the show. But like this date in Padres history said with the long ball, it's time to transition into this year's home runs as we update you on our home run tally.
It's time to take a look at the Padres season home run tally. Brought to you by Rochambeau Shades on the Padres Radio Network.
2-2. Hosmer sends that one out to deep right center field. Starling Marte racing back, looking up, gone. A home run for Eric Hosmer. A pair of 3-run doubles on Friday night, and now a solo homer here in the third today. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead on his first home run of the season.
Padres got on the board first yesterday with a solo shot by Eric Hosmer. His first home run of the season gives the Padres a home run tally of 3 home runs to start the 2020 campaign. Chicago White Sox, Minnesota Twins ranked the best in baseball with 7 home runs each to start the season. That has been a slugfest of a series. Thank God that series is over. In fact, the score yesterday in that series, the White Sox had 14. The Twins had 14. The White Sox scored 2. So my great football joke, I said, well, I'm glad the White Sox got a safety to break the shutout. That's a lot of runs scored up there. Anyway, the Twins and the White Sox have 7 home runs each. A lot of home runs being played on the south side over the weekend. The Atlanta Braves have the most in the National League with 6 home runs. They put on a home run derby show against the Mets yesterday. No surprise there that they lead the National League in home runs. Nelson Cruz of the Minnesota Twins currently ranks the best in baseball with 3 long balls as he runs around the bases. He does not, Edwin Encarnacion does the parrot. Nelson Cruz does not. But Nelson Cruz has 3 home runs in the first 3 games of the season. Again, the Padres' home run tally is now at 3 home runs, same as Nelson Cruz.
That was the Padres season home run tally. For every home run hit this season, Rochambeau is donating a pair of unbreakable prescription glasses to a local family in need. Check out Rochambeau's unbreakable sunglasses and prescription glasses for the family at Rochambeaus.com.
Padres Diamondbacks coming up at 1:10. You're listening to the Geico pregame show on 97 through the Fan with Braden Soprano. We had some news come down earlier this morning. If you're just tuning in, the Miami Marlins had at least 13 players and staff members test positive for the coronavirus. They're currently being quarantined in Philadelphia, where they were playing the Phillies this weekend. The game has been postponed. The Marlins game has. Padres do intend on playing today, as the rest of baseball. Marlins and Baltimore Orioles has been postponed. Yankees and Phillies have been postponed until they conduct more tests over there on the East Coast. How does this affect the Padres? Well, the Padres are about to hit the road for a road trip, and we'll hear from Jace Tingler about the protocols in place, the concerns he has about hitting the road, and the self-policing that the Padres are going to do when we come back on the Geico pregame show with Braden Soprenet on 97.3 The Fan.
We love GTM!
GTM stocks its shelves daily with thousands of name brand items for home, office, school, family, and you at up to 70% below other retailers. Subscribe at GTMstores.com for your 20% off GTM coupon.
And get the savings started!
This is Ted Leitner for Sonic. You've been so good to us during this pandemic with your amazing way to have no contact going through their drive-thru, the car hop service, delivery from DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Postmates, and during this entire time, able to use the app, get the order ahead, get it paid for, and it's waiting for you when you get there. And by the way, not just the BLT now, the BBLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato, more bacon. At Sonic, America's driving.
Hey, this is Jesse Agler for Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15 minutes or less drive-through oil change, reminding you that you can stay in your car while it's being serviced. Technicians will not get in the car. They will not touch your keys. Plus, feel safe with no-touch payment, and your invoice will be emailed. Not driving as much and don't need your oil changed? Valvoline Instant Oil Change is offering a free courtesy check of your tires and your battery. 30 locations all around San Diego. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for directions and discounts. SoCalOilChange.com.
Figuring out your Social Security strategy may be the biggest financial decision you'll ever make. At Lucia Capital Group, we'll show you how Social Security planning impacts the way you invest your portfolio today. Get your free Social Security Decision Kit at freedecisionkit.com. A registered investment advisor.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
Oh, hi. Okay, guess we should talk about something. Kind of tough to be put on the spot. Not sure what to say. But I know what I'm definitely not talking about. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Indeed knows that for any business, your next step is the most important one, like hiring someone who can make a real impact. Indeed can help you find high-impact hires faster, without any long-term contracts, and you pay only for what you need, thanks to our super flexible payment options. So why not take that next step with Indeed? Get started with a free $75 credit for your first job post and get in front of more quality candidates. Go to Indeed.com/high-impact. That's Indeed.com/high-impact. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, this is Woods from Ben & Woods. You're listening to the Geico pregame show on 97.3 The Fan.
Welcome back to the Geico pregame show on 97.3 The Fan. I'm Braden Soprenet. We're getting you ready for Padres and Diamondbacks. First pitch at 1:10 as we get ready for Game 4 of the four-game series between the Padres and Diamondbacks. Padres trying to get a series win in their opening series, and we're looking forward to that. We do have some news coming out of baseball. As I keep reminding everybody, the Miami Marlins have some extra players and coaching staff testing positive for the coronavirus. That is an ongoing thing that we are monitoring around Major League Baseball. But the big concern thing is because Miami was on the road in Philadelphia, and maybe it has something to do with road trips, the Padres are about to do that themselves. And that gets to our next segment, Hit the Road.
Time to hit the road with the Padres as we take a look at their upcoming road trip on the Padres Radio Network.
San Diego Padres are about to embark on their first road trip of the season after today's game against the Arizona Diamondbacks and their first test of protocols in place of keeping the coronavirus away. Miami Marlins have had 14 players as staff members test positive for COVID-19 on their road trip to Philadelphia. And when asked about his concerns for travel, this is what Jace Tingler had to say.
Concerned, of course, yes, concerns, that we've had ever since we've entered this camp and, understand the risk, involved. So I don't think those concerns and risk will, go away at any point of the year. And we just have to do, be as responsible as we can. As far as the protocols on the road, there's quite a few. There were messaging sent out last night of how we're traveling from here to the airport, and then obviously on the plane to the bus to the hotel. Kind of the protocols, the responsibilities we have that we're going to be doing. So there's a lot of them, and our players are somewhat educated on them now, and now we got to go out and practice it. Doing those things guarantees us nothing. It just puts us in a better percentage to stay healthy and safe. So we've got a big group, a big team that has been working on it, and will work and do the follow through to all these protocols that we're going to go through at the end of the game today.
That was San Diego Padres manager Jace Tingler about his concerns about the road trip. A follow-up question about the concerns of the road trip is how the Padres are going to be able to self-police themselves to make sure everybody stays healthy on the road.
Yeah, for sure. We've got guys, and the hard thing too is, I've had a group of guys, with using the other kind of first baseline, the dugout, and they're like, the starting pitchers, for example, they said, can we come in while we're on defense and then go out? We feel so disconnected to the group and things like that. So, we're playing around with some of those things. You'll see, some guys in there, sometimes they'll go down the line, they'll go to a different spot, and we're trying to keep the space in the dugout as limited as we can, yet have the feel for the team, the teammates, to have that chemistry, to have that cohesiveness. And so we're certainly still trying to balance those things right now.
Well, manager Jace Tingler talking with the media about his concerns on the road trip, plus the self-policing that's going to be in place of the Padres to make sure everybody stays safe on the road. The last question to Jace Tingler about the road trip in terms of what happens if somebody tests positive for the coronavirus on the road and what the protocols in place are going to be.
There are plans in place, and I think it also depends on which city you're at, and can you drive back, can you get back? But we've got different things in place, and you hope it doesn't happen. There's a chance it's going to happen, and when we do, our medical team and our traveling parties are going to be prepared, and we're going to handle each case individually and work through the protocols.
The good news is out here in San Diego, they are planning to play today's game. First pitch at 1:10, Diamondbacks and Padres, and 13 of the 15 game or of the expected games today are going to be played. The only games that are currently postponed: Baltimore and Miami and Philadelphia and the New York Yankees. Rob Manfred earlier in the month of July was asked on the Dan Patrick Show about what it would take to shut down the entire season. This is what Rob Manfred has to say as we continue to try to play games here among the pandemic.
If you have to pause the season,
yes,
how long can you pause this season?
I don't have a firm number of days in mind. I think the way that I think about it, Dan, is in the vein of competitive integrity, right? In a 60-game season, if we have a team or two that's really decimated for with the number of people who have the virus and can't play for any significant period of time, it can have a real impact on the competition, and we have to think very, very hard about what we're doing.
And as of right now, the owners have already met earlier this morning, and they decided to continue to play around Major League Baseball. And we hope the situation with the Miami Marlins gets better in the near future so we can continue to have baseball. More reports coming out of the Miami Marlins situation are saying the Baltimore Orioles, who were scheduled to play the Marlins tonight in Miami, are now traveling back to Baltimore, where they're scheduled to play Miami on Wednesday and Thursday. It was one of those 2 games in Miami, 2 games in Baltimore, 4-game clusters, if you will. The healthy Marlins players, once being cleared to travel, will then leave Philadelphia at some point in the near future and travel to Baltimore to continue their 2020 schedule. Whether or not Miami and Baltimore will make up their postponed game tonight remains to be seen. But now on to the Padres road trip as you're listening to the Geico pregame show on 97 through the Fan. I am Braden Soprano getting you ready for first pitch between the Padres and Diamondbacks at 1:10. The Padres will embark to San Francisco to take on the 2-2 Giants for a 3-game series starting on Tuesday. First pitch on Tuesday will be at 6:45 p.m., where they're expecting to see Jeff Samardzija on the hill for the Giants. San Diego's yet to announce a starter for their Tuesday, but Zach Davies is the lone Padres starter left to make a 2020 start. We'll find out probably later today who will be starting for the Padres tomorrow. The Giants will come into the series after being able to split with the Dodgers in L.A. to start the season. Expect to see Johnny Cueto on the hill for Wednesday for the San Francisco Giants. From San Francisco, the Padres will then travel to Colorado to take on the Rockies for a 3-game series starting on Friday with first pitch at 5:10 p.m. The Rockies are currently 2-1, tied for first place with your San Diego Padres after taking 2 of 3 from the Texas Rangers over the weekend. And that is your road trip hit the road report.
That was a look at the Padres' upcoming road trip on the Padres Radio Network.
Let's get to some more Jace Tingler sound as he talks about tonight's game.
It's time to take you down to the clubhouse and check in with Padres manager Jace Tingler. Brought to you by Wing Lee Chicken, found inside Sinley Food. Right here on the Padres Radio Network.
Jace Tingler met with the media, and aside from coronavirus concerns, he was also asked about today's starter, Joey Lucchesi.
Joey was going to throw today. It was just a matter of how we got to him. As you guys have been following, Joey and Cal have been throwing the ball, well in the camps the past couple weeks. And so we didn't know if we were going to do it, matchup wise, if we were going to start with an opener, try to go righty, lefty, righty, some different options and stuff there. And then, we had to use, quite a few of the bullpen guys yesterday. So we wanted to remain very flexible in this day. And ultimately, we made the call, and we're going to go with Joey today.
That was the manager, Jace Tingler. Brought to you by Wing Lee Chicken, found inside Sinley Food, located at 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.
Starting today.
Let's get to know your San Diego Padres. This is Growing the Team, brought to you by Evergreen Nursery on the Padres Radio Network.
That scared me there, Brian. But here we go, growing the team. Time to meet 24-year-old Padres outfielder from Caracas, Venezuela, Edward Olivares. Olivares began his professional career at 18 years old with the Toronto Blue Jays system in the Dominican Summer League. He became a Padre in 2018 in High Lake Elsinore. He hit .277 with 750 OPS, 12 long balls. Last year, Olivares spent the entire season with Amarillo AA and set a career high in home runs, RBIs, and stolen bases. Slashed 283, 349, 453 averages in 127 games for the Sod Poodles. Was named to the midseason All-Star team for AA. He hit .269 with 16 doubles, 9 home runs, 42 RBIs, and 14 stolen bases during the first half. He started in right field in the All-Star game in Tulsa for AA, and he went 1 for 3 with a walk and a stolen base. 9 postseason games for the 2019 TL champion Sod Poodles. Olivares slashed .361, .410 with a .500 slugging percentage, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 4 walks, and 5 runs scored. And he delivered the go-ahead 3-run double in the 8th inning of the Game 1 against the Tulsa Drillers in the Texas League Championship Series. He's ranked as the Padres' number 23 prospect entering 2019. He roots for FC Barcelona. His all-time favorite baseball player is Jose Altuve, and that is Edward Olivares.
That was Growing the Team, brought to you by Evergreen Nursery. Born in San Diego, just like the Padres.
And that was growing the team, Edward Olivares, batting 9th and playing right field today. I'm Braden Soprani. Listen to the Geico pregame show on 97.3. The fans still got a lot to get to here on the pregame show as we take you up the first pitch between the Padres and Diamondbacks, Game 4 of the 4-game series. I got to let you know about a pest on the Diamondbacks. And no, it's not Ketel Marte. This guy has been a pest the last 3 games. I'll let you know who that is. Padres need to look out for. We'll get you an update on the out-of-town scoreboard. Only one other game going on. It's the Angels and A's up in Oakland right now. A lot of games getting later, plus a full injury report, pitching matchup, and, of course, today's keys of the game. A lot to get to in the final segment of the Geico pregame show with Braden Soprani on 97.3 The Fan.
What's up, everyone? Tony Gwynn Jr. here. And I have to tell you, since school closures went into effect in San Diego County, Computer to Kids San Diego has responded to the enormous need of equipping kids with a computer, providing more than 15,000 since March 16th to our local students and families. Almost 16 years ago, Tammy and Larry Hirschfield co-founded Computer to Kids San Diego with the mission to help kids with their schoolwork by providing them computers for their homes. C2KSD would like to graciously thank Cox Communication, LPO Financial, and Crown Castle for their generous support and contribution in providing computers for our children in the community. If you can help with a generous donation or you know someone in need of a computer for the upcoming fall school season, please call Computer to Kids San Diego, 858-200-9790, or log on at c2ksd.org. That's c2ksd.org.
Handling San Diego's biggest cases, Gomez Trial Attorneys help families and businesses that have suffered injury and harm. They understand what you're going through and are ready to help. They'll stand beside you and fight and get the justice you deserve.
I'm John Gomez, and over the past 15 years, Gomez Trial Attorneys have a track record taking on San Diego's biggest cases and getting the best results for our clients.
Gomez Trial Attorneys, San Diego's serious personal injury lawyers.
Countdown to the first pitch continues with the Geico pregame show on 97.3 The Fan.
Geico pregame show. Geico, saving you money on car insurance, has been Geico's home run for 75 years. Get a quote today with a proud partner of Major League Baseball at Geico.com. Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. I'm Braden Soprano, getting you ready for first pitch between Padres Diamondbacks. Game 4, four-game series between the two teams. Padres trying to get a series win today. They're going to have to avoid this guy, though. And let's get to today's pest of the game.
Which opposing player gets under the Padres' skin? It's time for the Pest of the Game. Brought to you by Corky's Pest Control on the Padres Radio Network.
It's hard to talk about the pest of the game while facing the Arizona Diamondbacks and not immediately think of Ketel Marte. I said that Saturday. And we all know he has been a pest for this series as well. He's currently hitting .364, .930 OPS, 2 doubles. There's another emerging pest for the San Diego Padres that involves the Arizona Diamondbacks. His name is Cole Calhoun. Calhoun, first of all, robbed a would-be home run for the Padres yesterday that could have been a difference maker in the outcome of yesterday's contest. Aside from that defensive play, Calhoun has hit .330 with a 500 on base, .667 slug, and 1,167 OPS with a home run. Not only do the Padres need to deal with Ketel Marte, but Cole Calhoun later in the lineup is also a pest to be wary about.
That was the Pest of the Game. Brought to you by Corky's Pest Control. Corky's has been sending pests to heaven since 1967.
Got a pretty quick out-of-town scoreboard today. There's only one other game currently in action, the Angels and the Athletics.
Time to check the scores around the big leagues with the out-of-town scoreboard on the Padres Radio Network.
Angels and A's, top of the first inning, runner on second for the Halos. Justin Upton up to bat with 2 outs in the first inning. That game is scoreless. It just got underway. Padres and Diamondbacks get underway at 1:10. Toronto will take on the Nationals. Cubs and Reds. Braves going down to Tampa. Milwaukee will take on Pittsburgh. Chicago White Sox will go play the Cleveland Indians. Kansas City is in Detroit. Seattle's down in Houston for the 4-game set. New York Mets and the Boston Red Sox tonight. And the Yankees and Phillies and Baltimore and Miami have been postponed. That's today's out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers. That's today's out-of-town scoreboard. Your Honda dealers, our summer clearance event is on now. Get special factory financing and incredible lease deals. Visit sdhondadealers.com for details. Let's get to today's injury report.
Who's in? Who's out? Who's on the mend? This is the Padres Injury Report. Brought to you by Gomez Trial Attorneys on the Padres Radio Network.
Padres currently have 9 players on their injury list. Of course, Eric Hosmer's not on one of their injury lists, but he was scratched today with a non-COVID-related illness. No Hosmer in the lineup today. Jose Castillo, he has a lat sprain, 10-day IL for him. He exited an inter-squad game on July 8th. Tingler offered 6 weeks as the earliest possible return for Jose Castillo. Anderson Espinoza has a UCL sprain. He's on the 60-day IL, covering from his second Tommy John surgery on April 20th, 2019. Andres Munoz also has a UCL sprain. He's on the 60-day IL, underwent Tommy John surgery on March 20th, 2020. Sustained a slider on March 5th in a spring training. Trey Winginter has a UCL sprain, 10-day IL, underwent Tommy John surgery on July 17th. And Jorge Mateo is currently on the COVID-19 list, although he is symptom-free and has passed all the protocols. That's today's injury report.
That was the Padres Injury Report. Brought to you by Gomez Trial Attorneys, San Diego's serious personal injury lawyers.
One last thing to get to before we get to first pitch, and that is, of course, our today's keys to the game.
Let's find out how the Padres are going to unlock a W today with the keys to the game. Brought to you by Gosh Ford Escondido on the Padres Radio Network.
Well, it was my keys to the game on Saturday because after the opening game on opening day, the Padres were seeing a lot of pitches and they were taking a lot of walks and they were executing with runners in scoring position. And that was the same thing that happened Saturday. And that was the same thing that happened yesterday to a certain extent, except for the executing with runners in scoring position. My keys to the game, again, see some pitches. Padres are running some pitch counts up. They're getting pitchers out of the game early. They're running up pitch counts. They're going 3-2. I think what it just said was like 15 times they've got a full count. I mean, something absurd. Not only are they going to full count, but now they're taking walks, which is fantastic. 7 walks on Friday night, 7 walks on Saturday night, 9 walks yesterday. Continue to take walks. If they want to give you a free pass, take the free pass. Because you know what that's going to lead to? That's going to lead to more home runs that have guys on base, which is great. How many times have we seen the Padres hit solo shots? Hopefully that changes soon. How many times a double to the gap with 2 outs only leads to a guy on second base instead of clearing some bases? Execute with runners in scoring position. See some pitches, take a walk, execute with runners in scoring position. Those are today's keys to the game.
Those are your keys to the game. Brought to you by Gosh Ford Escondido. If you're looking for transparency, integrity, and a huge selection, then welcome to the family at Gosh Ford Escondido. Stop in or shop online at GoshFordEscondido.com.
I'm Braden Soprano. You've been listening to the Geico pregame show on 97.3 The Fan. I want to thank Brian Cohen, our studio coordinator, Dave Marcus, the producer of Padres Baseball. I'm Braden Soprano, and we're ready to send you up to Petco Park, Jerry Coleman Broadcast Center. Ted Leitner, Jesse Agler on the call.
Hi, I'm Corky of Corky's Pest Control. Corky's Radar Remedy is the most successful no-tent termite solution on the market. That's why we guarantee it for 4 years. Corky's no-tent solution allows you and your pets to stay home while your termite treatment is being performed. It's effective, it's convenient, and it's clean. Phone quotes are free. The price we quote will be the price you pay, guaranteed.
Call 1-800-901-1102. Corky's.
That's Ted Leitner. If you're thinking about a new car, used car, think safe, think cool, think Subaru. Do as I did. Go to the #1 dealer. Why not go to #1? And that's not just Uncle Teddy's opinion. That's the Subaru 2010 to 2020 Subaru sales report. They'll tell you that. And I always like to shop where I have a friend, where I know someone. I can pick up a phone or I have a question. I have a friend at Kearney Mesa Subaru. So do you. General Manager Dave McCracken. Sunroads, Kearney Mesa Subaru, just minutes from anywhere in San Diego, or at KearneyMesaSubaru.com.
O'Reilly. This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story. After the 3rd time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
From muscle pain, body aches, to strains, Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis. It works fast and you won't stink. Its unique formula with emu oil penetrates deep to relieve arthritis pain, sore muscles, joints, and more.
The following is a presentation of Radio.com Sports, presented by Pennzoil, motor oils made from natural gas. The proof is in the Pennzoil.
KWFN-FM and KWFN HD1 San Diego, a Radio.com sports station.
I'm Kirby Yates, and you're listening to the home of Padres, 97.3 The Fan.
The San Diego Padres are on the air.
In the air, hit well to deep left field.
Car rush on the Padres Radio Network.
Machado backhand by the line. Long throw to first base. Dunked by Hosmer.
And Colonel now we'll throw a star.
Padres Baseball is presented by Geico, Gomez Trial Attorneys, Evergreen Nursery, Corky's Pest Control, B&B Appliance, Gosh Ford Escondido, HES Solar, Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, GTM, Sid's Carpet Barn, Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers, Wing Lee Chickens, Valley View Casino and Hotel, Sonic, America's Drive-In, Bud Light Seltzer, Mozzie Heating, Air and Solar, Rochambeau Shades, and San Diego County Toyota Dealers. From the Jerry Coleman Broadcast Center at Petco Park, here's Ted Leitner and Jesse Agler.
Padre Baseball, welcome back to it. Things were going smoothly. Yesterday was a good game. It just wasn't as smooth as the opening day, Friday and Saturday, when the Padres won the first 2 games. They knew yesterday they came in, as we mentioned, as one of 3 undefeated teams in Major League Baseball with the Astros and the Cardinals, and the Astros and Cardinals had lost. We were excited here in the press box a chance to remain. I know it's only 3 games, but that's okay. That's okay. With a 60-game season, everything is magnified in terms of statistics and all that stuff, and the race to get in the playoffs, which most national prognosticators believe the Padres will do and should do in this particular season. But alas, as they say, they did not win the game, so there are no undefeated teams in Major League Baseball. That's okay. You'll take 2-1 anytime, a split of this 4-game series, but you surely want to win 3 out of 4, of course, like you would any time, let alone in a 60-game season. And do that today, and you'll have the series 3 out of 4 against the Arizona Diamondbacks, a team that was in second place when everything was done last year, behind the Dodgers, who, of course, won their 7th consecutive National League West. Here today, in trying to get that aforementioned win, you know they got the split. That's a good feeling, no matter what they do. Joey Lucchesi gets the ball, as Jace did not say who he would have. He waited till after the ball game yesterday, and he had many, many options, needless to say. He comes up with Joey Lucchesi, who 2 years ago did not pitch well against the Diamondbacks. Last year did pitch well against the Diamondbacks and had a good spring, like pretty much every Padres starter. Nobody really had a bad spring in the Arizona in March and in the summer camp here and the intra-squad games. He'll be against the right-hander Luke Weaver, who had the tight forearm tightness that bothered him all of last year, but still pitched well against the Padres, though let the record show they beat him twice, Weaver and the Diamondbacks. Back with Jesse and the starting lineups next on the Padres Radio Network.
Nobody likes an old, yuck, ugly bathroom, so contact Miramar Kitchen and Bath. They're the kitchen and bathroom remodel specialists. Call Miramar Kitchen and Bath at 858-271-8434.
Contractors license 657333.
Miramar Kitchen and Bath.
Are you an attorney facing patent, trademark, or copyright valuation issues? You need to know Nevium. Nevium is known as the IP valuation experts. Put the leader in brand valuation on your team. Get to know Nevium online at nevium.com.
Rowan Electric, family-owned and operated for over 30 years, would like to thank its employees for maintaining professionalism and safety while working through the COVID crisis. Thanks for practicing extra safety precautions even when it's been inconvenient. Rowan Electric would also like to thank AmeriCare, the Robert Greene Company, the Herman Construction Group, and ServiceNow for their trusted partnership during these past few months. Thank you for allowing Rowan to be an important part of your building project. Rowan Electric is proud to serve the electric and building needs of all Southern California businesses. Visit rowanelectric.com.
Don't just be employed, be essential. With training from CET at the Center for Employment Training, you can start any day with open enrollment. Train for essential careers like construction and healthcare. Go to cetweb.edu. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, and we offer placement assistance to graduates. All programs can be completed in under a year based on attendance. Go to cetweb.edu or call 619-363-0022. For CET, we work for your future.
New Bud Light Seltzer, huh?
Yep.
And it tastes like a hard seltzer, not a beer?
Yep.
So it's light and refreshing?
Yep.
With a hint of fruit flavor?
Yep.
And 100 calories?
Yep.
You said this is Bud Light Seltzer?
Yep.
Well, I need to try it.
Yep.
Oh, that tastes great.
Yep.
Now, wait. Are you just yupping me?
Nope.
Bud Light Seltzer. Unquestionably good. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beers. Beer in Texas. St. Louis, Missouri.
We've been meeting passengers riding the Pacific Surfliner in Southern California.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm coming from San Diego and going to Los Angeles. I travel up here for work. I take the Pacific Surfliner because it is the easiest way for me to get to Los Angeles from San Diego without dealing with traffic.
We're ready to welcome passengers like Michelle on board as we do our part to keep Southern California moving. For service updates, including modified train schedules and steps we're taking to keep crews and passengers safe, please visit PacificSurfliner.com.
This is Eric Hosmer from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
Bright, bright sunshine, the way you'd love it. A beautiful summer day in America's finest city. Joey Lucchesi, the Bay Area boy, coming out here today. As we mentioned, the Diamondbacks beat him all 5 times that he started in his rookie year against them, but he had a terrific 5-inning performance in the one game he started against them last year. So, Joey, it's your start for the first time. Likewise for Luke Weaver of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Starting lineups for Game 4. Here's Jesse Egler.
All right, Ted, thank you very much. And we'll start with that Padre lineup against Luke Weaver. You mentioned his return last September against the Padres. He had missed almost the entire season with the elbow issue, the forearm issue. They called it a couple of different things, but he did return late in September to throw a couple of perfect innings against the Padres, and now he makes his 2020 debut. He's all built up and ready to go. Diamondback manager Torey Lovello said before the game today Weaver should be able to go to as many as 90 or 95 pitches. And, of course, with the way the Padres have taken ABs the last couple of games, I don't know, maybe that's 3 innings or 4. We'll wait and see. Fernando Tatis Jr. will lead off. He, of course, is the Padres shortstop. Trent Grisham bats second in center field with third baseman Manny Machado batting third. Tommy Pham in left field cleaning up with designated hitter Jurickson Profar batting fifth. Will Myers, a late addition to the lineup, batting sixth, playing first base. More on that in a moment. Second baseman Greg Garcia bats seventh. Francisco Mejia will hit eighth and do the catching with right fielder Edward Olivares making his second Major League start. Again, for the Padres against Weaver, it'll be Tatis at short, Grisham in center, Machado at third, Pham in left, Profar the DH, Myers at first, Garcia at second, Mejia behind the plate, and Olivares in right field. Mentioned the change. Will Myers originally was getting a day off today with Olivares in right field, Profar DHing, and Hosmer at first. But Eric, like he was on Saturday, a late scratch. Got news about an hour ago, maybe a little bit more, that Hosmer was again not feeling great. A non-COVID related illness, as the Padres told us. Saturday when they said that and he was scratched, we came to learn after the game that Hosmer had a stomach bug, so perhaps it's the same thing, perhaps it's something else. He did hit a home run yesterday, but Hosmer, again, a late scratch and not in the lineup for the Padres here this afternoon. We'll take a short break. When we return, we'll give you the Diamondback lineup against Joey Lucchesi. We'll talk a little bit about the Padres' pitching plans here this afternoon, and Joey will throw the first pitch of this afternoon's ball game. Final game of this opening series between the Padres and the Diamondbacks coming up on the Padres Radio Network.
What's up, everybody? Tony Gwynn Jr. from Gwynn and Chris here for RCP Block and Brick. These guys are the absolute experts in creating impressive backyards and outdoor living spaces. RCP has 6 locations where you can find the best selection of products, like the Bella Vista line of pavers, retaining walls, and fire pits. Also, huge selection of decorative rock and stone, artificial turf, and everything in between. Make sure your first call is to RCP Block and Brick. Then tell them Tony sent you and enjoy your new backyard.
Woohoo! Wingly chicken for dinner.
Sweet. I love wingly chicken and how they use the entire bird from tip to toes.
So yummy. Nothing is wasted, so our family dinners are like a trip to flavor country.
Vegetarian-fed wingly chicken are gold standard.
Gold standard? What does that mean for the chicken, sis?
At Sinley Foods, we're ensuring your visit is safe and comfortable. Taste the difference in a wingly chicken. Available at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.
This is John Quintero. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
27-year-old left-hander Joey Lucchesi warming up, getting ready to go on an absolutely perfect Monday afternoon here in San Diego. As Ted mentioned, he had trouble with the Diamondbacks as a rookie in 2018. He tamed the Snakes in his one start against them last season. Different lineup, of course, today for Arizona than what Joey saw last year. It will start with second baseman Ketel Marte. Ildemaro Vargas will get the start at first base. He bats second. Starling Marte hitting third in center field with third baseman Eduardo Escobar cleaning up. Christian Walker, the DH for the Diamondbacks, he will bat fifth. Right fielder Cole Calhoun batting sixth, the only Arizona player to homer in the first 3 games of this series. Catcher Carson Kelly looking for his first hit of the season, bats seventh. Left fielder David Peralta hitting eighth. And the shortstop Nick Ahmed, also 0 for 2020, will bat ninth. Again for Arizona against Lucchesi, it'll be Ketel Marte at second, Vargas at first, and Starling Marte in center. Escobar at third, Walker the DH, and Calhoun in right. Kelly behind the dish, Peralta in left, and Ahmed the shortstop. Joey, last year, a team-high 30 starts. He was 10-10 with a 4.18 ERA. He led the team in starts, innings, wins, and strikeouts. Much better here at Petco than he was on the road. Hopefully that trend will continue at least here this afternoon. As for the rest of the day, pitching-wise, don't be surprised if Cal Quantrill comes on to sort of piggyback after Lucchesi. We saw that in the exhibition game earlier in the week, or I guess now last week, against the Angels. And certainly with the Padres being very coy about their pitching plans, both for today and tomorrow, anything could be in play. So just something to keep in mind. Lucchesi has had trouble third time through the batting order. Ready to go in the final game of this opening 4-game series. Marte at the dish, batting right-handed, and the voice of the Padres, Ted Leitner.
Jesse Agler, thank you. Great to be amongst you here and alongside you. And Joey's first pitch is lined in the left field for a base hit. First pitch, fastball, sinker, man aboard. There goes that no-hitter in Padre history.
Not today.
Not today. Not today. But we are patient. We will continue until it happens. We waited a long time for a cycle. And then it happened twice, both in Denver, as you know, with Matt Kemp and Will Myers. Take a cycle today, wouldn't you? Sure. That means somebody's going to have a really good day. Here's Ildemaro Vargas. Came into yesterday's ball game as a sub, starting for the first time in the 4 games. A throw to first. Not close at all. The first pitch of the ball game was grounded into left field for a base hit. And that first pitch was brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. They make it easy. Vargas right-handed, as Marte was as the switch hitter, batting right-handed. Strike is in there. Fastball, curve, the churve, a combination of the curveball and the changeup. Unique pitch with a unique windup. Most unique windup, quite frankly, in Major League Baseball. Joey Lucchesi. Hard to pick up. Batters don't see it very often. Very effective. Big rip at that fastball. Fouled on back at a play. And he's got him no balls and 2 strikes. Because Joey's kind of under the radar in terms of the things he does with the success he has. I mean, all qualifying left-handers in the National League last year. He's in the top 5 in like half a dozen categories. You wouldn't think that, but he's that effective. Vargas has 1 hit in the series so far. Moved to first, cursory. Nestor Mr. Myers has first base. Greg Garcia, first start at second. Nice pinch hit RBI single yesterday when the boys rallied. Tatis at short, Machado at third. Pham in left, Grisham in center. Olivares in right. Check swing on a churve. I thought he went. Nope, I was wrong. They say he did not. 1-2. Starling Marte is on deck. You know that in terms of setting your pace with your ears, we set up with our eyes. That Joey's a very slow worker. And that's the pace of the ball game. But here's a good riding fastball. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Today's game time temperature, 75 degrees. It is brought to you by HES Solar. HES Solar, the official solar provider of the Padres radio network. HES Solar, powered by the sun since 2001. Bad swing. Good pitch.
Starling Marte. 4 hits in the series. In his debut as a Diamondback, this former All-Star / Gold Glover for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Gold Glove a couple of years ago, not last year. Throw to first again, nothing doing with Ketel Marte. A true base stealer, above average speed, the runner at first. They continue to play Marte like a left-handed pull hitter when he bats right-handed. In center, Grisham over to his left, toward right center. There's the curveball, not the churve, the curve, ball 1. I'll say this, the park at the park looks beautiful. It's sad to me because you folks aren't out there, as always. It's a great part of the color of this ballpark. But the grass is just like the field. Beautiful. Grounds crew, I'm talking perfection here. I've never seen it any better. Strike again called on the fastball. 1-1.
It is at times so easy to forget how abnormal everything is.
No question.
You look out at the beautiful field, the buildings, and then you realize, oh yeah.
We keep talking about it among ourselves. Believe me, we miss you guys, you folks. This ball is in the air. On over to right field. It'll get on down right in front of Olivares. I did not see how deep he was playing against the right-hander, but it'll fall in. That'll send Marte to second. You got Marte aboard. Not sure that's happened in the previous 3 games. Not that Padre fans care either. Here's Eduardo Escobar.
Are you saying this is our first Marte Parte of 2020?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying that, but yes, I was saying that. Sure.
You're right, by the way. At no point
in
the first 3 games were they aboard at the same time.
And if they get in a pickle and they get in a rundown with the two of them on the bases, I'm going to throw it to you. Escobar, 1 for 12 in the series. And this is some kind of hitter right here. Another switch hitter from the right side against Joey. That really helps them, no question, against the Padre left-hander. He'll have that change, the curve. It's inside the ball. 1-0. Scoreless, 2 aboard. Padres haven't seen early rallies. Their starters have been so good so far with Paddock, Lamet, and Richards. Nobody's gotten to any of the Padres starters so far. Here they have a shot. Fastball by Joey, low and inside, 2-0. Four straight games with a 70-plus temperature. A light breeze. More today out to right than any other time. I don't think it'll help the ball's travel, but it's a more brisker breeze, as it were. Fastball taken all the way. For a strike at 91, 2-1. Joey. Checking the runners at first and second. He deals, swing and a miss. Good cutter, Joe. Good cutter, 2-2. And I know there's this one guy out there that tweets all the time that he hates when I talk to the players. Like I just said, nice pitch, Joey. I can't help it, okay? I have great affection for these guys. We've traveled with them, Jesse and I, for years and years. Not that many years with Joey, but a couple of years. 2-2, just missed inside. Tried for the kill on that inside corner and did not get it. 2-2. Jerry Perez-Chico signs at third base yet again. Dave McKay, a veteran coach at first base. Manager Torey Lovello is 4th year against the rookie Jace Tingler. I don't see us referring to him as a rookie on any kind of a regular basis, and I'll tell you why. Timeout call. When Jerry Coleman was the manager in 1980, when I first got the opportunity to broadcast because of that, there was one writer that referred to Jerry as rookie manager Jerry Coleman all year long, and it bothered me. And he was a good friend of mine and Jerry's. I don't know why he did that. I thought it was kind of an insult in August to call him a rookie manager. 3-2, got that same non-call inside on the fastball to load him up here with one away. Ball 4 to Escobar. We talked about the big strike zones, and now we got a baby size out there with Quinn Walcott.
Spring training is always interesting in that, sometimes you can learn something from what you see, other times not really. Joey had a very tough start, though, against the Diamondbacks back in March. He didn't get out of the first inning. And one of his issues was command. He walked 4 guys and ended up giving up 4 runs on 3 hits. That began with a Marte single, and now in trouble again against Arizona.
Big Christian Walker sat yesterday. Takes again, can't spot the fastball. High, ball 1. That'll be a meeting number 1. Mejia. Come on, guys, 6 feet. They're right there face to face. They should not do that. Even though, of course, they're in that same group where they get tested all the time. But no mask right now except for the catcher's mask, and that's not going to stop germs. You should keep that separation. That's the same thing, once again, where I'm looking out for the boys out there. Sure. They got plenty down there, coaches and managers and trainers and doctors to take care of them. They don't need me. That conference is done. Dealing, ground ball made for 2 at second base. Flip to Tatis. Right on back to first base for the double play. You talk about just what he needed. That's just what he got. Walker, right-handed batter, going to second base on a 4-6-3 double play. Beautiful stop and feed by Garcia to Tatis to Myers. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. Diamondbacks do not score. My Padres are coming to bat on the Padres Radio Network.
You've waited all year for San Diego baseball, and it's here.
Now, get ready for Major League winning when you join Valley View Casino and Hotels Players Club and receive $200 in free offers. No strings attached. We're talking about free offers to enjoy at Valley View and an additional 6 free offers to enjoy throughout Southern California. Signing up for the Players Club is always quick, easy, and free. So visit valleyviewcasino.com to learn more today.
Aussie is the premier heating and air expert. Right now, save up to $2,100 or get a free high-efficiency air cleaner with your new install.
And they're now offering free virtual estimates for new installations. Visit Mauzy.com, MAUZY.com.
Some things never change, like the peace of a warm August night. And great value from Honda, KBB.com's 2020 Best Value brand. At the Honda Summer Clearance Event, you could get a great deal on the 2020 Accord and 2020 Civic, with financing as low as 1.9% APR on select models.
For more great deals, visit a San Diego Honda dealer today or go to sdhondadealers.com.
For well-qualified buyer, see dealer for financing details based on 2020 brand image or from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Get a 0.8% APR auto loan at California Coast Credit Union with no payments for 90 days. Visit calcoastcu.org or call 888-703-CCCU. Offer valid with Cal Coast Car Buying Discount. Interest accrues immediately. Restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
The San Diego Food Bank is partnering with SDG&E for the Schools Out, Hunger's Not COVID-19 Summer Food Drive. Please help feed local kids in need by donating at your local Albertsons or Vons supermarket or online at sandiegofoodbank.org/thefan.
Hi, I'm Ty France with the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
Afternoon of baseball, back-to-back ball games on the Sunday and Monday. You don't see that too often, that's for sure. Yes, Sunday, but not Mondays. But there's a lot different in Major League Baseball this year, but you know what? They're still playing ball. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Top of the order, Tatis, Grisham, and Machado against Luke Weaver in his third year with the Diamondbacks. 6'2", 185 right-hander. Working on a one-year contract like most vast percentage of young Major League players in year number 3. Speaking of great young players, here's Tatis. 3 hits in the series so far, 3 walks on top of that. The boys have been getting on base. What a great sign. Must continue. First pitch by Weaver. Fastball outside. Ball 1. Lots of walks, lots of full counts. That is something they've been striving for, as you know, for years. Fastball is going to be high. And 2-0 to Fernando. What was it, 24 full counts in the first 2 games? And 9 more yesterday? That's a lot. Right-hander set. Outside corner for a strike. 2-1. He's from DeLand, Florida. He is out of Florida State, where the Blue Jays drafted him, but he said no and stayed with the Seminoles at that time. Fastball in the hands there. Good location, foul back by Tatis Jr. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
DeLand, the home of Stetson University, where Jacob deGrom pitched. They are the Hatters. Stetson.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Why the Hatters?
Stetson hat.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
They did the pun for us.
Tatis, 2-2 fastball, foul back. Getting some nice rips, though. Some good swings by Fernando right here to my eyes. My old and aging eyes. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chipper Jones is from DeLand, Florida.
And I think he's doing this game on national television.
There you go.
Yeah.
What a great player. Larry Wayne Chipper Jones, Hall of Fame, Atlanta Braves. No score here. Fastball, strike 3 called. 1 gone. Here's Trent Grisham in the number 2 spot. Mr. Kirby coaching first. The dean of the Padre coaches, Glenn Hoffman, is at third base. New pitching coach Larry Rothschild. And a new manager, Jace Tingler. Very personable guy, very fiery guy. Weaver deals another fastball high to the left-hand hitting Grisham with a couple of hits in his first series and Padre debut coming from the Milwaukee Brewers. Dealing with that, boy, he spots the fastball right now very well. 1-1. Trent's never faced him. Taken outside. No Padre really with a lot of at-bats except Hosmer, and he's out of the lineup. And Hedges, he's out of the lineup. Using that fastball, nothing but the fastball. Inside, 3-1 to Grisham. He's had 2 of the walks in this series. Tatis has had 3. Profar's had 4. Myers has had 4. You don't see Will walking that many times. Profar 4. Pham 4. Myers 4. Base on balls. Get on base. There's a high fly ball into deep right field. Rushed. That ball going. That ball is long gone. And the first as a Padre for Trent Grisham. 1-0. My Padres in the bottom of the first.
All the talk about the full counts and the working the counts. It's not just about drawing walks. It's not just about getting on base. It's about putting yourself in a situation like that. 3 balls and a strike, being able to sit on something, having a sense of what might be on the way, and then absolutely decimating the baseball. He sat fastball, he got fastball, they wanted it in, it leaked out over the plate, and a no-doubter for Trent Grisham.
He had half a dozen of those taters last year with Milwaukee. First pitch to Manny Machado. He'll throw him that curveball. Outside, ball 1. Who was that? Willie Stargell. Remember Willie Stargell with the Pirates? Always called him taters. He started that. Might hit me a couple of taters today. He was just larger than life. What an amazing human being in there for a strike. And then he had a chicken place in a Pittsburgh suburb, wasn't downtown where the Padres stay and other teams. It was out in the suburbs. And he would give away free taters with every order if he hit a home run that particular day. This is the fastball again, foul back out of play. 1-2. The great Wilver Stargell. It's a huge statue of that huge man right outside the left field line in PNC Park in Pittsburgh. The boys scoring first. They've done that now in 3 of the 4 ball games. Manny, a couple of hits. One was the home run. This one is inside. Will not throw him a fastball. That looked like a cut fastball to me, but it didn't cut. 2-2. Manny, then Pham. Luke Weaver to Manny Machado. Line to left field for a base hit. Ahmed didn't leave his feet on the backhand lunge. Deep in the hole at short. Deep as in on the grass. Where obviously he's playing against Manny. They go home run single back-to-back. The boys have a runner with 1 away. And the human on-base machine named Tommy Pham coming up. Right-hander batter, right-hander Luke Weaver. First pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. Tommy facing him for the very first time. Mentioned Weaver from, May to September with that tightness in his forearm. Lost a huge chunk of the 2019 season. Fastball outside. Speaking of tightness of forearms, when the story was out yesterday that Verlander had that, but that he was going out for the year, and then he tweeted last night, no, those reports are not true. It's going to be a couple of weeks to see what it is, but I'm not out for the year. Those reports are incorrect. 1-1 fastball, foul back. But Jesse knows, when you start hearing about that tight forearm, then you wait and wonder when they say, uh-oh, UCL, Tommy John.
Yeah, the forearm is part of the elbow, or I guess the elbow is part of the forearm. So oftentimes when you read or hear that a pitcher has a forearm strain, it is the elbow, it is the UCL. I understand Verlander not wanting to throw in the towel just yet.
But wait, yeah. Throw to first, pretty close, but safe at first.
And if you go back and read the report, it was in the Houston Chronicle that came out and said he was going to be done for the year. It quoted front office sources, and I think it did so before the game was even over. So I think at that point, the Astros front office was just thinking to themselves, we're not going to rush this guy back in this weird short season. That was kind of my interpretation of it.
Now dealing, swing and a miss. Strike three. Huge second out here. He got Tatis looking. Now he gets Pham swinging with a runner at first and a run home. At Houston's front office has had some problems, you know what I mean?
Well, it's very different now.
Because a lot of guys have been, what do they say, involuntary separation from payroll. We'd like you to leave.
We'll see the Astros if this season is played to its conclusion. And what an interesting storyline that gets obviously a little bit buried because of everything else going on in baseball and in the world. But Dusty Baker taking over under these most unusual circumstances.
Fastball up and in. If anybody can calm the waters, my friend Dusty can do that. One of the great men in baseball that I've ever had the privilege of knowing. Profar, couple of hits, 4 walks, getting on. This is a ground ball sharply, way to the right side. They had him played perfectly on the pull out there. Second baseman, Ketel Marte, way over to make the flip on to first base. 1 run on the first Padre home run for Trent Grisham's career. Couple of hits, and a man left. After 1. Teddy Jesse with you. Proud to be amongst you. 1-0 Padres. Padres Radio Network.
Did you know Geico's now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies? That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Your dentist to actually believe you?
And you're flossing every day.
Absolutely.
Great. And you're cutting down on your sweets?
Of course.
Wonderful. Then I don't even need to look in there.
Great. See you in 6 months.
There's never been a better time to switch to Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th. Limitations apply. Visit geico.com for details.
Locally owned and operated Rochambeau Shades is revolutionizing sunglasses and prescription eyewear for the entire family. Made in Italy and assembled in San Diego. They are virtually unbreakable and bend-in-half flexible. Rochambeaus offer 5 sizes of polarized sunglasses from baby through adult, starting at just $20. Plus, order prescription glasses in their game-changing unbreakable frames right to your door, starting at just $69. Let the other team overpay for shades. Check out Rochambeaus.com. That's ROSHAMBOS.com. Proud fans of our home team.
There's Ted Leitner for Sonic. You've been so wonderful to us that you've been there during the pandemic with your drive-through service, the Car Hop, where you can stay with the family in the car, no contact either way, and delivery, of course, right to your house, right to your office, from Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, and Postmates. Now not just the BLT I love, the BBLT. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Can't beat more bacon. And get yourself a lemon berry slush. Oh, lemonade, strawberry, ice cream. At Sonic, America's Drive-In.
Baseball is back, and now is the time to get your Grand Slam deals at Gosh Ford Escondido. With our new mobile service van, the new service bay is your driveway. If you are looking for transparency, integrity, and a great selection, then welcome to the family at Gosh Ford Escondido.
This is Tony Gwynn Jr. Listen to Gwynn and Chris every afternoon from 3 to 7 p.m. on 97.3, The Fan.
Petco Park. For the back end of this 4-game series to start the 2020 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Padres will go on to San Francisco today. And by gosh, the Diamondbacks are coming back next week. At the end of next week. That's something you don't see too often. But they are. 7 of the games will be here between the two of the 10. 6, 7, 8 batters in the second against Joey Lucchese, Calhoun, Kelly, and Peralta. 1-0. Padres. Home run, Trent Grisham over that wall in right field. Joey, arms up in the air, down the glove right in front of his face. Then turns sideways, comes up, big leg kick, up and in, ball 1. It's a 6-part dance, they tell us, they've counted. A 6-part movement. When people say a lot of moving parts, they mean Joey. Overshift on against Calhoun as always, with Manny out there in shallow right field, about 30 feet out there. Leaving Tatis in at short. Calhoun. We mentioned Arizona boy from Tempe, where the Angels train. One-0, fastball grounded to first and foul. Coach Dave McKay will take care of that and just flip it to anybody because, sad to say, there's no fan to flip it to. Try not to get on that too much, but we're just getting adjusted to the empty ballpark. Never seen it in their life, and hopefully we'll never, ever see it again after this year. May God be with us. Kelly on deck. Calhoun crowds the plate big time, this big left-handed batter. Swing and a miss. Foul tip held by Mejia. Nice job. 1-2. As we mentioned, he's gone to Arizona State. His father was offered a baseball scholarship to Arizona State, but he was a rodeo cowboy, a bull rider. Talk about tough guys and tough dads. And he turned down the scholarship to stay with rodeo. But his son finally went there. The 1-2. Check swing outside on the curve by Joe. 2-2. I did some, not play-by-play, buck by buck rodeo when the National Finals rodeo was in Oklahoma City. And I worked there in TV sports. I used to do rodeo. Man, they some tough guys. Tough guys. No union. You have to pay to enter. You have to pay an entry fee, and you're guaranteed no money. 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's some kind of a sinker right there, Joe. His second strikeout, 1 gone in the second with a 1-0 Padre lead. For the catcher, Carson Kelly. Top of the second inning brought to you by Sinley Foods. A lifestyle, not a fad, you know. Wingley chickens can be found at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. Wingley birds are the entire bird from tip to toe. Right-handed Kelly had a nice year with the bat last year. In there for a strike. All that winding up. Elbows flying. Curveball dealing. Strike call. Nice command of the curve and the curve so far. Now Joe's ready. 0-2 ground ball, second base. Bobbled by Garcia. He's got it. After the bobble, on to Will Myers, 2 away. Mentioning Kelly last year, not that he keep you hanging, but almost a .350 on-base percentage. With 19 doubles and 18 home runs, that's solid for their catcher. They got a lot of solid years from Miguel Montero, their catcher. Really, really was good. Mostly against the Padres, remember? Just never stopped. He did 18 home runs a year, and 11 would be against the Padres. It's just amazing. That's an exaggeration, but not that much. First pitch to the left-hand hitter, David Peralta, inside for ball 1. He makes that running catch, shooting his arm up. You might have seen the highlights last night. He doesn't make that play. That ball bounces around. I'm convinced we're still playing because the boys would have tied it in the 9th. But this Gold Glover came up big. That's what they do in their strike, lefty to lefty, 1-1.
Yeah, they made a couple of big catches in the outfield. That one, without question, I think the key play in the game. But Tommy Pham earlier in the day as well, robbed by Calhoun of all people in right field. That great catch up against the wall.
And Calhoun, the son of the bull rider, not known for his defense. Look at that. Oh, what a curveball. I think it might have been the chirp. I don't think it was a straight curve, but it was so good. What a bender. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Wow. You can't miss a ball by much more than that, or you wouldn't be a major leaguer. Choice. That was awesome. And it was at 78 or 79. That's usually the churve, not the curve. Now deals. Fastball fouled away down the left field line. Home run. Grisham in the first. 1-0 Padres here in the second. With 2 out, nobody on. 5:45 starting time tomorrow in San Francisco. 1-2, hung that. Got away with it. Tatis drifting out. He'll stay with it. With Pham coming right in. That's Pham's ball, but since Tatis is so good on pop-ups, if he's going to call for it, let him take it. He does, no problem. 1-2-3. Lucchesi stuff in this inning. Really, really good. Liking what we're looking at here to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Padres on the Padres Radio Network.
You've waited all year for San Diego baseball, and it's here. Now, get ready for Major League winning when you join Valley View Casino and Hotels Players Club and receive $200 in free offers, no strings attached. We're talking about free offers to enjoy at Valley View and an additional 6 free offers to enjoy throughout Southern California. Signing up for the Players Club is always quick, easy, and free. So visit valleyviewcasino.com to learn more today.
Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diegans fix it, build it, and enjoy it for over 100 years.
Every week, find dozens of bargains and savings in your Dixie Line mailer. With 9 locations, there's a Dixie Line Lumber and Home Center near you.
Shop GTM stores, including its new Chula Vista location, and find great deals on brand name merchandise for everything you need at up to 70% below other retailers. New merchandise arrives daily. The savings are endless. Find new specials and valuable coupons at gtmstores.com.
Social Security provides a lifetime of income to many people, and for some, it's their only source of retirement income. Don't make the wrong choices as you decide on your options. Get your free Social Security Decision Kit at freedecisionkit.com by Lucia Capital Group, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, it's Ben and Woods, and Woods, you can never get too much of a good thing. Our friends at Doghouse have come out with a secret menu just for our Tier 1 centered around their incredible Bad Mother Clucka sandwich.
Well, you've had the Bad Mother Clucka. They've also got the Hot Chick, their version of a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, and the Karagi Kid Japanese fried chicken. Oh, my God.
So good. Plus, delivery wings that'll blow you away. Delivery wings that are delicious, and all you have to do is search Bad Mother Clucka on any of your delivery apps.
It's the Bad Mother Clucka Chicken Company, the best friggin' chicken.
Mackenzie Orr from San Diego Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Padres lead for the third time in 4 games against these Diamondbacks, who, when they first opened in '98, got better than any team, faster than any team in baseball history among expansion ball clubs. It was remarkable. They spent a ton of money. They're still paying some of those guys on deferred contracts, and that's not much of an exaggeration. First pitch to Will Myers, off speed from Luke Weaver, and ball 1. But they bought the right guys, give them credit. That was that group put together by Jerry Colangelo. Will, fastball, swing and a miss, 1-1. To a division title in 1 year. And a World Series in 01 after beginning in '98. Never happened in baseball before. 6, 7, 8 batters for the boys. Another strike to Will on another fastball, 1-2.
Yeah, pre-free agency expansion is its own category of misery.
Sure.
Padres part of that, of course, in '69.
Overshift to the left side, extra fielder against Will. Strike 3 call, kind of a delay call there, but it's strike 3 called. Third strikeout for Weaver. He's got really good stuff.
Season ticket membership, group, and suite deposits are on sale for the 2021 season. Learn more about how you can get priority ticket access for next year. Visit Padres.com/tickets for more information or email tickets@Padres.com.
Garcia, pinch single to drive in his first run. Yesterday. First start today. Fastball to him outside, ball one. Homeboy. Here's Weaver. Neither starter is a very fast worker. His curveball is going to be high, 2-0. First conversation I ever had to Greg when I introduced myself to him. I had not met him during his Cardinal years. And the first thing out of his mouth was about Aztec basketball. He loves the Tex. 2-0. That's down the left field line. It'll be fouled out of play. I sure hope we have a season for you to watch there, Greg. On schedule. Football likewise. Everything's up in the air. Just about like everything else. We'll see. Mejia on deck with one out and a 1-0 Padre lead. Has that curveball again. Greg watches it go down the ball. 3-1. What a great eye he's got. You want to learn the strike zone? Get some lessons there from Greg Garcia or Tommy Pham. They know. Seeing pitches, taking pitches. 3-1 takes that for a strike and a full count. Fastball at 94. That's as good as Weaver has done so far. Second baseman Ketel Marte moves over to his right, more toward the bag now with 2 strikes on Greg Garcia, who takes a fastball so close, but he knows it's inside, ball 4. Mr. Weaver, Greg Garcia will let you know it's a strike by swinging at it, and that by an inch is not a strike, and so he's aboard with a base on balls. That comes from the famous story about Stan Musial with a rookie pitcher complaining to the umpire about the calls and takes by Stan Musial. Mejia, switch hitter from left side. Ground ball, right side, and strike foul. And the umpire finally walked out there past Musial as Stan told the story and say, young man, Mr. Musial will let you know it's a strike by doubling off the right center field wall. Now quit your you-know-what complaining. Francisco 0 for 2 so far. Making his second start. He had game 1 behind the plate. Now game 4. Nice changeup. Swing and a miss. Sweet changeup. Hasn't shown that to anybody so far. Nothing in 2.
That's probably his best secondary pitch. So saving it for a moment and, like you said, devastating there.
Austin off to a slow start. Austin Hedges offensively. So they split the first 4. Fastball threw it past him after the change. Tell you what, after that change, that 94 probably looked like 99. Strike 3 swinging and 2 away. 4 strikeouts to 1 walk. Edward Olivares. Major League debut Saturday. First Major League hit, a double in his second AB of all time. Weaver, fastball strike called. Both pitchers very sharp with command of fastball. Bottom of the second. 3 coming up with the Giants. Throw to first, reaching back with the hand. Slightly close. every single day of these games. 610s or 110s, not a cloud in the sky. July in San Diego, ooh-wee. With low humidity and warm temps, you can't beat it. That another fastball. Strike again, 0-2.
It's almost like the Padre hitters are having a really hard time seeing the fastball from Weaver. They're kind of taking pitches that are very clearly strikes, almost looking back at the umpire like they're surprised. It's interesting.
Two-out runner, Greg Garcia, after his one-out walk. 0-2 fastball. Climbed the ladder for that fastball at 94. Swing and a miss. These two guys are dealing. The right-hander Weaver, the left-hander Joey Lucchesi in his first start of the year. First for both of them. Padres leave a runner for the second inning, lead the ball game after 2 innings by 1-0. The Padres Radio Network.
Hey, it's Ben from Ben & Woods, and if you need appliances, you know where to go. B&B Appliance, a local third-generation family business bringing you the top names at competitive prices, and the service is amazing. It's a no-brainer. Plus, B&B Appliance is a proud supporter of our hometown team and our San Diego community. For every home run during the season, B&B Appliance will donate to Generate Hope, a local organization empowering and restoring young women in transition from trafficking trauma. Visit bnbappliance.com.
The San Diego Food Bank is partnering with the Padres Radio Network to help feed local low-income military families. The need for food assistance has skyrocketed due to COVID-19. Please help feed families in need. Sign up to volunteer or donate at SanDiegoFoodBank.org.
Only Wendy's 2 for $5 has all the chicken you crave. Choose from the crispy homestyle chicken sandwich, delicious spicy chicken sandwich, classic crispy 10-piece nuggets, or the legendary spicy 10-piece nuggets. But let's be real. You're going to get 20 spicy nugs for $5. I mean, that's what I would do. Enjoy a real deal with the Wendy's 2 for $5. We got you.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's. A la carte only. Excludes made to crave.
Now that we're getting back on the road, the stops we make seem more special than before. Stop to see a friend. Stop at your favorite store. Stop at the places you missed most. And to keep you going between those stops, there's Shell. Stopping to fill up with our best fuel ever. Save with the Fuel Rewards program. And to get snacks and essentials that can save you even more at the pump. That's just a few of the ways Shell helps you make the most of the stop you need to make. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Listen to the Jim Rome Show weekdays from 9 until noon on 97.3 The Fan.
Andre Baseball with us. Thank goodness. Stay healthy, boys. We'll get into that Miami story in terms of staying healthy because that's the first real outbreak that they have had with a bunch of guys there with the Marlins. Made them delay their flight home from Philadelphia for their opener. More about that coming up. Padres have the 1-0 lead. Nick Ahmed in the 9 spot. Joey Lucchesi sharp so far. Here's Jesse.
Ted, thank you very much. And unfortunately, outbreak the exact right word to describe what's going on with the Marlins. They will not play tonight. They will not play tomorrow, it looks like, as Ahmed, a right-handed hitter, takes a fastball up and away from Lucchesi, 1-0. 9-1-2 for the Diamondbacks here in the third inning. Ahmed looking for his first hit of the season. He's 0 for 9. He has always, though, handled Lucchesi well. He sees Joey well. He might be the only guy that sees him well. Even the guys that get hits against him, they say, we can't see him. We just hit him. 1-0 pitch, and he's late on a fastball. Swings and misses, 1-1. Last couple of years against Lucchesi, Ahmed 6 out of 15 with a couple of home runs and a triple. But maybe starting to press a little bit here. 4th game of the season. He's been batting 9th now all 4 games and has yet to collect a base hit. Padres give him the middle of the diamond. Both Tatis and Garcia are kind of pushed towards the lines on their respective sides of the infield. Here's the 1-1. Ahmed muscles it over the head of Garcia and into center field for his first hit of the season. So he continues to see Lucchesi well. Now 7 out of 16 against Joey in his career. And a leadoff single for the D-backs here in the third. Yeah, Marlins, I guess now, right, if you add up the players and the coaches, and this is partial information because they're waiting on test results. It's 11 players and 2 coaches who have tested positive. So they're staying in Philadelphia. They're supposed to open at home against the Orioles tonight. Won't play that game. Won't play tomorrow, it sounds like, against Baltimore. And then the Phillies were set to host the Yankees. That game has been postponed because the Marlins were in that visiting clubhouse, and the Yankees want to make sure it's all cleared out. Throw to first, and Ahmed back standing up. Ketel Marte at the plate, switch hitter batting right-handed.
And they asked Don Mattingly, why are you delaying the charter out? And he said, because I don't want these guys to come home and go to their families right now and perhaps spread it some more. And then they spread it to somebody else. We're going to stay here in Philadelphia.
Marte takes, and first pitch of the bat, a little bit outside, but called a strike, 0-1. Ketel Marte, another guy that sees Lucchesi well. Singled on the very first pitch of this game to lead off in the first inning. He's now 7 for 15 against Lucchesi the last couple of years. Of course, Ketel Marte has hit almost everyone very well the last couple of years, an MVP candidate in 2019. Switch hitter batting right-handed will wait as Joey throws over to first base, and Ahmed back standing up. So the Marlins become the first team to have a major issue in terms of the virus. And now we just kind of wait and see. As of now, MLB doesn't seem to have any league-wide plans to postpone any other games or to pause the season. Here's the 0-1. Marte takes the curveball in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You got to figure, and we're no doctors and we're not researching this, but since Florida's got more cases than any country, if you can believe that, it's true since they opened early, push, rush. And now it's not surprising that the team from Florida has these problems.
Here's the 1-1. That's muscled in the air right field. Should be routine for Olivares. A couple of steps to his right. Sunglasses on. He makes a two-handed catch. So Marte flies out, 1 away. Ahmed back to first base. Ildemaro Vargas coming up. Padres a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. But, of course, they haven't even been in Florida for a week now. They played exhibitions in Atlanta, then went to Philadelphia. And I think everybody knew coming into this season that travel was going to be the most difficult aspect of this entire thing to pull off. It's planes, trains, and automobiles, and hotels. Some of the guys who have been on road teams have described going on the road here early in the season as if your bubble has been popped. Protected bubble, that is. Throw to first. Again, Ahmed back standing up, and you can certainly understand that during summer camp and then, opening up here at home for the Padres. It's been a very controlled environment. Obviously, guys go back to their apartments or homes at night, but it's a lot easier when you're at home than when on the road. So wait and see. Vargas, like Marte before him, a switch hitter batting right-handed, pops this one off the end of the bat, right side of the infield. Myers fighting the sun big time in foul territory, and he can't make the catch. Oh, you could just tell from moment one that Will had major trouble seeing the baseball. It was not a high pop-up. It was kind of an in-between one, and perhaps that made it even more difficult, but he was using his first baseman's mitt to shield his eyes. He's wearing his sunglasses. He was just shrinking backwards at the last moment, tried to make the catch and was unable to do so. And what really should have been the second out of this inning is now just a strike for Vargas. A 1, and now a fastball way high from Lucchesi, so it evens up a ball and a strike on Vargas. They're not going to charge Myers with an error. They're saying no play. But I think Will would tell you he catches that 98 times out of 100. Runner on first, 1 down, a ball and a strike to Ildemaro Vargas. Joey comes set, now the pitch, and Vargas very tardy on an elevated fastball, 1-2. Vargas making his first start of the season. He's at first base today. Mike Lamb had been there the first 3 days. Christian Walker was expected to be the starting first baseman for the Diamondbacks at the start of the season, but he's got a little bit of a groin pull, and so he's been DHing. Good reminder, you got to be ready for anything this year. Here comes the 1-2. Fastball high. This time he lays off. So the count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vargas struck out against Lucchesi back in the first inning. Joey settled in very nicely in the second. Arizona had the bases loaded, 1 out in the first. And Christian Walker grounded into an inning-ending double play. Joey then cruised through a 1-2-3 second inning. Here in the third, runner on first, 1 down, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Vargas, and the pitch is lifted in the air high and deep to left field. Pham, though, has room going over towards the line, near the warning track, but not quite on it. He makes the catch. Vargas just got underneath of it Back-to-back fly ball outs for Joey Lucchesi. Ahmed still at first base after his lead single. And center fielder Starling Marte coming up.
If you're not near an actual radio, you can always listen to 97.3 The Fan using the radio.com app on your smartphone, tablet, or by asking Alexa to play 97.3 The Fan. Thank you for listening to San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Starling Marte singled to the opposite field his first time. Dropped a single down in front of Olivares and right. Bats here with 2 outs and a man on first base. He takes the fastball again way high from Lucchesi. 1 ball and no strikes. Marte had been 0 for 8 against Joey in his career. Faced him a couple of times as a Pirate. Big-time acquisition for this guy. Diamondbacks picked him up late January in a trade with Pittsburgh. 1-0. Swings here, and he lifts it in the air to right field. This time, Olivares comes racing in. Garcia, the second baseman, going out. Olivares dives, and he can't make the catch. It's a fair ball, and it rolls away. Ahmed going to try and come in and score. The throw is not in time, and all the way to third base, Starling Marte. Diamondbacks tie it up 1-1 here in the third inning. Olivares, a great effort. I'm not sure about the route, but he got there, he dove, he was unable to make the catch. It kind of rolled away from he and Garcia. And, yeah, I don't know that he could have gotten there any more efficiently. It looked like he pretty much did get there. Might have even hit off his glove or his wrist when he dove. Yeah, I think he overdove. He dove straight in towards the infield, and it ended up catching him on the forearm. Officially, they give him a double. Marte goes to third on the throw home. But an RBI base hit, and now a line drive base hit for Eduardo Escobar into left field. That'll bring home Marte. That'll give the Diamondbacks a 2-1 edge here in the third. Escobar wasting no time against Joey Lucchesi. Boy, again, you go back to that pop-up that Will Myers was unable to catch. Joey would have been out of the inning. Had Olivares been able to make the catch in right field, Joey would have been out of the inning. But instead, the Diamondbacks, a couple of 2-out hits here to bring home a couple of runs.
If ever there is a mistake that, as they say, doesn't show up in the box score, that'll be the one right there. No error, but dropped the ball, and it changed the entire inning. We'll find out about maybe the game.
Now the DH, Christian Walker. He leans back from a fastball that's pretty much right down the middle, and a called strike, 0-1. Just mentioned Walker grounded into a double play back in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1. No balls and a strike on Walker. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good chirp. And Fuego ahead of him, 0-2. So no errors in the inning, but 2 plays that could have been made, maybe should have been made by the Padres on balls in the air. Walker now steps out of the box. Tries to collect his thoughts in an 0-2 hole against Lucchesi. 2-1 Diamondbacks now in the top of the third inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing on a ball in the dirt. I imagine they'll appeal. They do. He did not swing. And so 1 ball and 2 strikes. How about this? The Diamondbacks now have gotten more runs against Joey, 2, than they got against the 3 previous starting pitchers. Chris Paddock, 6 shutout innings on Friday. Dinelson Lamet allowed 1 run in 5+ innings on Saturday. And Garrett Richards, 5 shutout innings yesterday. Collective ERA for the starters in the first 3 games, 0.56. This pitch in the air to right field, well struck. Olivares towards the corner, looking up, and it is foul. Just to the right of the pole, near the 322 marker, deep down the right field line. Walker thought he had one there. He's got to take the long walk back to the plate. While he does, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN-FM and KWFN HD1 San Diego, a radio.com sports station.
This is Matt Strom from the San Diego Padres. Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
With Ted Leiter and our producer-engineer Dave Marcus, I'm Jesse Agler. Padres trail the Diamondbacks now 2-1 in the top of the third inning. Arizona at bat with a runner on first, 2 outs. And a ball and 2 strikes that count to Christian Walker. Left-hander Joey Lucchesi making his first start of 2020, kicks and delivers. And the pitch is in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher Mejia, 2-2. Yeah, in the first 3 games of the season, the Padres starters combined to go 16 innings and allowed just 1 run. Lucchesi started that exhibition game in Anaheim on Wednesday. He went 4, allowed 3 runs on 6 hits. And this one is hit in the air, high and deep to right field. Olivares going back onto the warning track. He's got room to square it up, make the catch, and end the inning. Diamondbacks, though, with a little bit of help from the Padres, get a couple of runs on 3 hits. They leave a man. That fly out, the 15th out of the game, and brought to you by Geico. Saving you money on car insurance has been Geico's home run for over 75 years. Get a quote today with a proud partner of Major League Baseball at Geico.com. Geico, so easy a caveman could do it. Padres trail 2-1 after 2.5. Top of the order coming up on the Padres Radio Network.
You've waited all year for San Diego baseball, and it's here. Now, get ready for Major League winning when you join Valley View Casino and Hotel's Players Club and receive $200 in free offers. No strings attached. We're talking about free offers to enjoy at Valley View and an additional 6 free offers to enjoy throughout Southern California. Signing up for the Players Club is always quick, easy, and free. So visit valleyviewcasino.com to learn more today.
That's Ted Leitner. If you're thinking about a new car, used car, think safe, think cool, think Subaru. Do as I did. Go to the #1 dealer. Why not go to #1? And that's not just Uncle Teddy's opinion. That's the Subaru 2010 to 2020 Subaru sales report. They'll tell you that. And I always like to shop where I have a friend, where I know someone. I can pick up a phone or I have a question. I have a friend at Kearney Mesa Subaru. So do you. General Manager Dave McCracken. Sandro's Kearney Mesa Subaru, just minutes from anywhere in San Diego, or at KearneyMesaSubaru.com.
Geico gets you access to licensed agents 24/7, which means that Geico is always there for you. If only everyone was always there for you. Like your mom, when you fill out really, really important paperwork on the first day of a new job.
Name, check. Birthday, Social Security. Is that a thing? Hey, Mom, what is my Social Security number? Mom. Okay, let's guess. 0017. Oh, Gemini. Hashtag done.
Geico, always there for you with savings and 24/7 access to licensed agents.
This is Ben Higgins. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Here comes the lumber, brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego contractors and homeowners for over 100 years. Fix it, build it, and enjoy it. Bottom of the 3rd inning, top of the batting order for the Padres against Luke Weaver and the Diamondbacks, who have a 2-1 lead after an RBI double by Starling Marte in the top of this inning and an RBI single by Eduardo Escobar. A couple of defensive lapses in the inning for the Padres, one by Will Myers, the other by Olivares. Helped move things along for the D-backs. Padres, though, down just a run. Trent Grisham, a homer back in the 1st inning. He's on deck. As Tatis waits for the first pitch of the inning, he swings at it, hits a one-hopper right at Ketel Marte, who can't make the play. It gets beyond him and into center field. Probably going to be a base hit for Fernando. It was a rocket shot. And it took a weird hop right in front of Ketel Marte, who kind of swiped at it with his glove, moving up in the air. Results the thing, though, and Tatis on first base to begin this bottom of the 3rd. So here's Trent Grisham, left-handed batter, as mentioned, a 411-foot home run back in the 1st. Grisham worked himself a 3-1 count. He got a fastball, and he hammered it. Third baseman Escobar playing about midway between 2nd and 3rd. He's in a little bit. That's how they've played Grisham until he gets 2 strikes. They're obviously worried about him bunting. Throw to first nearly got away from Vargas. Tatis appeared like he was probably getting ready to go and kind of had to hustle back to the bag awkwardly. Fernando has stolen 1 base so far. The Padres lead all of baseball with 7 steals so far coming into play today. Another throw to first, and Tatis back standing a little bit more in a standard fashion this time. The Reds and Blue Jays have each stolen 3 bases. That's the next highest total after the Padres' 7. Tommy Pham has 4. No other team has 4. Grisham still waiting on the first pitch of the at-bat. Weaver a long pause at the belt. Now time called by Trent. Weaver stands fully upright when he comes to that set position. Perfect posture. Seen Grisham just in spring training and those exhibition games, and now the first few days of the regular season. He likes to control the tempo of his at-bats. There is that first pitch finally, and it's a fastball outside of the left-handed batter, 1-0. He'll call time, he'll step out. He tries to be in control of the pacing. And if a pitcher's taking too long, he is not shy at all about asking for timeout.
Other Padre leader with the number 7. RBI leader, National League, Eric Hosmer.
And he's only played 2 games. Tatis not running, and on 1-0, a changeup misses low. 2 balls and no strikes to Grisham. Yeah, Trent's home run was an absolute blast. Back in the first inning, his first homer and RBI as a Padre. Pitch coming, and Grisham takes a fastball. Looked a little bit outside, but called a strike, 2-1. Trent has 1 hit in each of the first 4 games of the season now. He has drawn a walk in each of the first 3 games of the season. And in a 2-1 count here against Weaver. The pitch is popped up. Very, very shallow left field. Ahmed, the shortstop, will go back. He's got grass underneath his feet, and backpedaling, he makes the catch. So Grisham pops up. Tatis back to first base, now 1 away, and Manny Machado coming to the dish.
Padre Team Store now open every day. Stock up on all the new brown and gold stuff. Gear for you from the Padres. Visit Padres.com/team store for more information.
If you are scoring at home or wherever you may be, perhaps the beach on this beautiful Monday, they did now award Fernando a single to start this inning. Machado singled his first time. He'll wait a moment as they check on Tatis again. Even Manny has a stolen base. Part of a double steal that the Padres pulled off yesterday. 7th inning against Kevin Ginkel. Here's the first pitch to Manny. He swings, hits it in the air, foul the other direction. No balls and a strike on the Padre third baseman. Manny in his career against Weaver now 5 out of 11 with a couple of home runs. Tatis leads at first base. Weaver another very long pause. Fernando not running. Manny swings again and skies one to right field. Calhoun in front of the warning track stop. Now he comes in. A couple of steps over towards the line. You can see he's fighting the sun a little bit, but he makes the catch. Machado flies out. Tatis back to first base now with 2 away. It'll be left up to Tommy Pham for the Padres to not waste the lead single by Fernando. Weaver made 3 starts against the Padres last year. 2 of them were normal starts. The last, as mentioned, was his return from injury in late September when he only went a couple of innings. But he's faced the Padres 6 times in his career. It's funny, the Diamondbacks have not had great success in those games, but he's pitched well. He's got a 2.27 ERA against the Padres in 6 starts. Another throw to first, and again, Fernando goes back in standing up, this time just ahead of the tag of Vargas. Weaver made his major league debut with the Cardinals back in 2016 at Wrigley Field. And so when he got a golden retriever, what did he name the dog? Wrigley. First pitch to Pham, fastball way outside, 1 ball, no strikes. I like that. Not sure how it played in St. Louis, naming your dog Wrigley when you play for the Cardinals, but still. Tatis at first base, 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Diamondbacks a 2-1 lead over the Padres. 1-0. The pitch to Pham is outside again, 2-0. We have not talked as much here in the first 3 innings about pitch count for the Diamondback starter as we have the last couple of days. Padres did a great job against Bumgarner and Ray and Gallen running up that pitch count. Weaver approaching 50 here in the 3rd. Nothing outrageous. And again, before the game today, Torey Lovello said he was clear to go to 90 or 95 pitches if he's able to keep himself in. Pham, though, is in a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch from Weaver. And the changeup misses inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Weaver traded to the Diamondbacks in the Paul Goldschmidt deal. winter of 2018. And one of the guys he was traded with is his battery mate here today, the catcher, Carson Kelly. They came up through the Cardinal system together. Known each other a very long time. 3-0, Pham taking all the way, and a fastball right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. They're actually teammates in Single A in the Florida State League. Weaver and Kelly. Palm Beach Cardinals. Tatis on first with 2 down. Padres down a run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3 balls and a strike that count to Pham. And the pitch from Weaver is hit in the air deep down the right field line, but foul and out of play. That'll find some empty blue seats in the Toyota Terrace.
Only Perrier water allowed in that ballpark. All those rich people in Palm Beach.
A little bit of a misnomer. They might be the Palm Beach Cardinals, but the ballpark is in Jupiter. It's the place where the Cards and the Marlins both have spring training. Palm Beach County. 3-2 with 2 outs. Tatis will run. Weaver set, and the pitch is hit into the ground, foul, third base. Nice little complex. Tommy Pham at the dish, spent plenty of time there. He knows these guys well. A couple of former Cardinals and former Weaver teammates in the lineup for the Padres today, Pham and Greg Garcia. Tatis at first after his lead single, still there with 2 outs. Here comes another 3-2 pitch to Tommy Pham, and it is hit on the ground sharply, but pretty much right at the shortstop, Ahmed. Just a quick little shuffle to his right. He's got it. Throw across is in time, and that's all for the Padres in inning number 3. No runs, a hit, and a man left at first base. We'll go to the 4th. Diamondbacks a 2-1 lead on the Padres radio network.
Locally owned and operated Rochambeau Shades is revolutionizing sunglasses and prescription eyewear for the entire family. Made in Italy and assembled in San Diego. They are virtually unbreakable and bend-in half flexible. Rochambeaus offer 5 sizes of polarized sunglasses from baby through adult, starting at just $20. Plus, order prescription glasses in their game-changing unbreakable frames right to your door, starting at just $69. Let the other team overpay for shades. Check out Rochambeaus.com. That's ROSHAMBOS.com. Proud fans of our home team.
Tune in Saturday mornings at 9 to 97.3 The Fan to listen to the Smart Investing Show. I am Brent Wilsey, host of the show, and I have 40 years experience in finance. Was recently picked as one of California's top investment advisors for 2020 by Forbes magazine.
Woohoo! Wingly chicken for dinner.
Sweet. I love wingly chicken and how they use the entire bird from tip to toes.
So yummy. Nothing is wasted, so our family dinners are like a trip to flavor country.
Vegetarian-fed wingly chicken are gold standard.
Gold standard? What does that mean for the chicken, sis?
At Sinley Foods, we're ensuring your visit is safe and comfortable. Taste the difference in a wing-lead chicken. Available at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.
Mozzie is the premier heating and air expert. Right now, save up to $2,100 or get a free high-efficiency air cleaner with your new install.
And they're now offering free virtual estimates for new installations. Visit Mozzie.com, MAUZY.com.
The San Diego Food Bank is partnering with SDG&E for the Schools Out Hunger's Not COVID-19 Summer Food Drive. Please help feed local kids in need by donating at your local Albertsons or Vaughn supermarket or online at SanDiegoFoodBank.org/thefan.
Hi, this is Manny Machado from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
Start of the 4th inning at Petco Park. Just a perfect Monday afternoon for baseball, minus the fact that you can't be here with us and everything else going on outside of the ballpark. But from a comfort, weather standpoint, just a gorgeous day. And as Ted has said, we miss you all and wish you could be with us. Diamondbacks a 2-1 lead as we open this inning. Calhoun, Kelly, Peralta, 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order to face Joey Lucchesi, who's probably not long for this game. He's thrown 49 pitches. That's not the issue. But Cal Quantrill is up in the Padre bullpen. And so what we suspected appears to be the case, that the Padres will piggyback here with Lucchesi and Quantrill. First pitch to Calhoun, a left-handed batter. Fastball, good-looking pitch, top of the zone, but ruled a ball, 1-0. Calhoun struck out his first time, one of 2 strikeout victims of Mr. Lucchesi through 3 innings so far. Joey, over the course of his career, has had a fair amount of trouble 3rd time through the batting order. And so as he kind of runs his way towards the end of the batting order a second time here, missing inside, 2-0. they've got Quantrill ready to go. If Lucchese can finish 4 innings, I think that would be exactly what Jace Tingler and pitching coach Larry Rothschild would have loved to have, to drawn up before the game. Give me 4 and then give it to Quantrill for 3 or 4 more. And hope you score some runs. Here's the 2-0. Fastball strike on the outer edge to Calhoun. 2 balls and a strike. This is what the Padres did in that exhibition we mentioned Wednesday in Anaheim. Quantrill came in after Joey threw 4, Cal threw 3. 2 balls and a strike to Calhoun. Big shift against him on the right side. Machado basically playing right field. Here's the pitch. Inside it, hit him. So the leadoff man going to be aboard here. You could hear Calhoun react. That hurt. So a hit by pitch to start the 4th for Lucchese, and now the catcher Carson Kelly coming up.
You know, in the midst of all the pandemic and all that's going on, so many terrible stories, there's always some great stories, too. And no one's made more waving the flag about how much money athletes made over the years than me. But an example, WNBA players in women's basketball who have opted out do not get paid. So Kyrie Irving of Brooklyn of the NBA just gave them $1.5 million to distribute amongst the union to the players opting out. That is some kind of story.
First pitch on the way, and a curveball. It doesn't really curve out of Joey's hands. A ball to Kelly, 1-0.
Makes you feel warm and fuzzy, man.
Big time.
$1.5 million here. Distribute this. Augment whatever they have. They don't get a lot of money in the first place with the WNBA like the NBA.
There's the pitch, and Kelly late tips one foul into the catcher's mitt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Joey's already gotten 1 double play ball here this afternoon. That was off Christian Walker's bat back in the 1st inning. .55 pitches now for Joey as Quantrill continues to warm. And a throw to first base. Calhoun back with a head-first flop. Calhoun stole 4 bags last year. He tried to steal one the other day here and was thrown out. Kelly's got some pop. He had 18 home runs a year ago. That tied the Diamondback catcher record. Tardy on a fastball here, though, swings and misses 1-2. Miguel Montero. Remember him?
We were just discussing him.
There you go. That's right.
How he wailed on the Padres all the time.
Ball and 2 strikes to Kelly. You remember last year, that first series in Arizona, Manny made the play at third base. 1-2 pitch, fouled back out of play, crossed all the way over the line. The unbelievable throw, and it was kind of like, whoa, that was our first Manny moment in a Padre uniform. It was this guy, Carson Kelly, who hit that ball. That was for me, I remember, I think it was the first week of April when it like really hit me, like, oh boy, Manny Machado is a Padre. Runner on first, nobody out, ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to Kelly, Churv in the dirty, laid off. 2-2 to the Diamondback catcher. Calhoun at first base. Arizona looking to add to their 2-1 lead here.
I miss talking to him. I miss seeing him. So when I walk in the elevators here, most of the elevators have a big, long mural picture. When you walk in straight across from you of Manny, and I just say hi to him when I come on the elevator. We're desperate for contact with these guys, but we're not allowed, and understandably so.
Here's the 2-2. Kelly hits it foul back behind the screen.
I'm starting to talk to the pictures.
No, you don't want to do that.
Not a good sign. Not good.
It's only like the 35th weirdest thing about all this. You talking to the pictures in the elevator. A lot of strange stuff.
I know.
Oh, boy. My primary wish for everyone listening, for all these players, for all of us, just stay healthy. Throw to first. And again, Calhoun back. Kelly grew up in Portland, but did spend some time here in San Diego as a very young kid. Waiting on the 2-2 from Lucchese. Here it comes. And a high chopper left side of the infield. Tatis charging, has to wait on a weird hop. Gets it, fires to first base in time. Nicely done by Fernando. No chance to turn 2. but not a routine play by any stretch of the imagination. And you could almost see Tatis thinking about how he needed to play that one. And the decision he made was perfect. One away. Save money and keep your power on even if the grid goes down. HGS Solar for your home or business, the official solar provider of the Padres Radio Network. So a man on second now, one away. And the eighth hitter, David Peralta, at the dish. Unusual to see this guy hitting so far down in the batting order. Last year, he never hit lower than sixth. And this is his first time batting eighth since 2015. And now Lucchesi will call Francisco Mejia out. They want to have a conversation, and they'll meet one another about midway between home plate and the pitcher's mound on the infield grass.
And talking about those kind of stories, we had one during earlier part of the season when the pandemic had started and the Dodgers stopped paying their minor leaguers as the A's had done. And David Price, the new Dodger pitcher, who has himself opted out of this season, said he would pay the minor leaguers. They were making like $400 a week from the ball club, and stopped. And David Price said, "Hey, I'll pay him." Nicely done. Nicely done.
Lefty-lefty matchup with Peralta. First pitch, broken bat flare, caught by Machado at third. He goes to throw to second, but Calhoun able to get back there and avoid the double play. Either way, Peralta busted bat, and the second out of the inning. Calhoun, of course, still at second, and Nick Ahmed scheduled to come up, but he will not get the opportunity to face Joey Lucchesi. We mentioned he's hit him very, very well. Singled and scored last inning in his career. Now Ahmed 7 out of 16 against Lucchesi, and that'll be the afternoon for Joe as Jace Tingler comes out of the dugout, makes the pitching change, and the Pods will go to Cal Quantrill here with 2 outs in the fourth. A 2-1 lead for the Diamondbacks. Lucchesi and Quantrill piggybacking, and we'll step aside for the pitching change on the Padres Radio Network.
Did you know Geico's now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies? That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Your goldfish to sing Bizet's Carmen? There's never been a better time to switch to Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th. Limitations apply. Visit geico.com for details.
Handling San Diego's biggest cases, Gomez Trial Attorneys help families and businesses that have suffered injury and harm. They understand what you're going through and are ready to help. They'll stand beside you and fight and get the justice you deserve.
I'm John Gomez, and over the past 15 years, Gomez Trial Attorneys have a track record taking on San Diego's biggest cases and getting the best results for our clients.
Gomez Trial Attorneys, San Diego's serious personal injury lawyers.
Need a lawyer? Our San Diego County Bar Association connects you with trusted lawyers in over 40 practice areas. You receive 30 minutes of free help from a lawyer, and many offer a flat fee. Need a lawyer? Visit needalawyersandiego.com. That's needalawyersandiego.com.
This is John Quintero. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
So the Padres' pitching plan is as such. Joey Lucchesi to start, and then Cal Quantrill, and they make the switch here with 2 outs in the fourth inning. Joey goes 3 2/3. He's allowed a couple of runs and done so on 5 hits. He's responsible for Cole Calhoun at second base. Nick Ahmed will be the first batter that Cal faces. And this pitching change is brought to you by the 30 Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers in San Diego. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for discounts and directions. Got to tell you, my car sat in the driveway literally for months during all of this, and obviously needed to get it serviced before the 30-mile drive down to the ballpark. Back and forth every day during this baseball season. Been trying to practice very strict social distancing, and this was the perfect way to get the car fixed up before the baseball season began here. All over the place. I went to Vista. There are 2 in Vista. I had a choice. SoCalOilChange.com for discounts, and there are many, and directions. So again, 2-1 Diamondbacks. Top of the fourth inning, runner on second, 2 outs. Cal Quantrill working out of the stretch right away. And the first pitch he throws is a slider that misses down and away to Nick Ahmed. 1 ball and no strikes. Said that Cal came in after Joey Wednesday in Anaheim. He threw 3 innings, allowed a run on 5 hits, didn't walk anybody, struck out 5. A little bit of a bumpy first inning. It wasn't bad by any stretch, but he really settled in after that and looked exceedingly sharp. 1-0 to Ahmed. The pitch from Cal is popped up back behind the plate. Our direction and out of play. I have never, all my years of going to baseball games as a fan, I've never had a foul ball come to me. And Ted, I feel like this is the year of any that I can get a foul ball. All I need is for it to come somewhere in this general area. I can put the headset down, walk and get it. Calhoun leads at second base, ball and a strike to Ahmed. Quantrill with those pant legs pulled up high, shows the brown socks and delivers a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right at the knees for a strike. 1-2 to Ahmed. Ketel Marte would be next. Padres and Diamondbacks wrapping up this season opening 4-game series. Padres looking to take 3 out of 4 to begin the season for a second consecutive year. They did it back in March and April of last year against the Giants, who they will face tomorrow night at Oracle Park. Here comes the 1-2. Foul tip, and Mejia could not hold on to it. So still a ball and 2 strikes on Ahmed. That is new look Oracle Park in San Francisco. They have brought in the fences in a couple of different spots, I think, including right center field, that triples alley in San Francisco. And they've now put the bullpens behind the wall in left center and right center. So no more bullpens down the lines in San Francisco.
What was that, 421 out there in San Francisco before? That's a bit much, don't you think?
Yes.
Right center?
Yes, I do. Ball and 2 strikes again to Ahmed. And he reaches for it, grounds it to shortstop. Fernando shuffles to his left, has it, throw to first is perfect, and right on Myers' glove. That's all for AZ here in the top of the 4th. Quantrill comes on, gets Ahmed, and now he'll really get to work next inning. Go to the bottom of the 4th at Petco. Diamondbacks a 2-1 lead on the Padres. This is the Padres Radio Network.
For nearly 70 years, Subzz Carpet Barn has been San Diego's leader for high-quality flooring at the lowest possible pricing. For a huge selection at everyday lowest prices, visit any Subzz or SubbzCarpet.com.
Subzz Carpet Barn, come on down, yeah!
Getting a great deal on some of Toyota's most popular models is easier than ever. Because now, with the We Make It Easy sales event, you can get 0 APR for 60 months on a new 2020 Camry, Camry Hybrid, Corolla, Corolla Hatchback, or even the Prius Liftback. That's 0 APR for 60 months on a powerful new Camry or Camry Hybrid, a sleek Corolla or Corolla Hatchback, or an ever-efficient Prius. Whichever you choose, it's a great deal on an exceptionally reliable new Toyota. But hurry, offers end soon.
Limited term financing through Toyota Financial Services. 0% APR includes 60 monthly payments of $1,667 per $1,000 borrowed. For example, 10% down. Not all customers will qualify. Down payment varies with credit. See dealer for details. Excludes Corolla Hybrid and Prius Prime. Must take delivery from model year 2020 new car dealer stock by midnight August 3rd.
My name is Angela. I'm a member of California Coast Credit Union, and I'm a sports entrepreneur. I've been a CalCoast member for 21 years, and I'll never leave. CalCoast helped me build my business into what it is today. I have clients all over the country, and the CalCoast mobile app goes where I go. It simplifies my life so I can focus on the things that matter most. That's the CalCoast advantage to me.
Get free checking that rewards you at California Coast Credit Union. Open your account today at calcoastcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA. E-statements required. Data and text message rates may apply.
This is Craig Stammen from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
Padres coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning and looking to at least tie this game up against Luke Weaver and the Diamondbacks. 2-1 Arizona with Profar, Myers, and Garcia scheduled to bat. It's 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Profar DHing today, 0 for 1. Grounded to second base back in the 1st inning. Switch hitter will bat left-handed, and he will see quite the shift on the right side of the infield by the Diamondbacks. Eduardo Escobar, the third baseman, stays home. His toes are up against the infield grass on the left side. Everybody else pushed back on the right, and the first pitch is a cutter inside from Weaver. 1 ball and no strikes. A rare bullpen, I was going to say meltdown, but it wasn't a meltdown yesterday. Just a rare day of ineffectiveness for a couple of the top relievers yesterday for the Padres. Profar checks his swing on a pitch up. He did hold up, and so 2 balls and no strikes. And Emilio Pagan allowing a couple of runs in the 8th. Kirby Yates allowing a couple of runs in the 9th. I liked what Jace Tingler said after the game. First of all, not worried. And he said, hey, 1-0, you're going to expose yourself. I thought that was such an interesting way to put it. Here's the 2-0. And Profar takes a strike. Good changeup. Just kind of dropped it right into the middle of the zone. 2-1. And I feel like you don't often hear a manager, talk about the offense when being asked about a bullpen situation. But his point, I think, was probably bigger picture. Like, hey, we got to score more runs than that. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's outside. 3 balls and a strike to Profar, who, of course, is in a 3-ball count. Been remarkable watching this guy take his plate appearances the first 4 games of the season. Leading off here in a 1-run game, bottom of the 4th. Weaver ready, and the pitch is taken, and, we called it a strike. Looked a little bit away, and a delayed call. Profar was able to get the bat down to the grass and run about a third of the way to first base. Looking at the replay here. Borderline pitch, could have gone either way. And the call went to Luke Weaver, so, a full count, 3-2. Profar waiting. Weaver's got his sign from Kelly. And into the windup with the payoff pitch. That is low, ball 4. Another walk for Jerks in Profar, the 5th that he has drawn here in the first 4 games of the season. A lead walk in the 4th and the first since Greg Garcia was passed back in the 2nd inning for Weaver.
Walked him twice because that was the exact same pitch in the exact same spot that he called a strike on the previous one. So help me. So help me. Remind your Padre fans, if you have a pet question or you need great pet care, go straight to your local pet coach. Petco, the official pet coach of my San Diego Padres.
But how do you really feel, Tim?
I mean, come on. Blue.
Profar a threat to go if he wants to at first base. Myers at the dish, nobody out. Padres in the first 3 games walked 23 times collectively, the most in all of baseball. It's just really been fun watching them take these ABs. Will waits, and the first pitch from Weaver, fastball. He sprays it foul the other way. That'll find the upper deck above the Padre dugout on the right side. 0-1 to Myers, who struck out looking his only other at bat. That was back in the 2nd inning, leading off against Luke Weaver, who's been very sharp. Diamondbacks have some good starting pitching. Not necessarily all guys, as he throws to first again, who are proven over the long haul in the big leagues. Gallen yesterday, Weaver today, but very nice arms. Robbie Ray heading into free agency. You know all about Bumgarner. For the Padres, 1 through 3, almost untouchable to start the year. Myers swings again, and again, a foul ball upper deck back behind home plate this time. 0-2 to Will.
Last guy they came to free agency with it was Patrick Corbin. They decided not to keep him. And it was obviously a huge addition to the Washington Nationals to going on to a world championship.
Worked out well for him.
Oh, yeah.
In multiple ways. No balls and 2 strikes to Will. Very long pause. Now the pitch. And he fouls it straight back. Just missed that fastball. Boy. So Myers not originally in the starting lineup today. Again, Hosmer scratched with a non-COVID related illness as he was on Saturday. I'm guessing it's a continuation of whatever was bothering Hos the other day. That means he played yesterday at nothing close to 100%. Still hit a homer. Tells you how locked in Hosmer is right now. Profar not going anywhere, and the pitch to Myers popped up our direction, right at Ted. Look out. Oh, boy. Just in front of him.
That's the closest one we've had in a decade up here. I mean, right below, just coming right at us and down a little bit low. I haven't had a ball that high literally in a long, long, long time.
You looked ready, though. I looked over there, and you were poised.
Ready to bail. You put the hand up like you're cool, and you ducked and let it go past you.
Still no balls and 2 strikes on Myers. Weaver ready to pitch. Way outside with a heater. 1-2. I feel okay about you and I being in different booths here. I was concerned going in about how much we'd be able to communicate with one another, but I can see you.
It's very odd. I miss talking to you in between half innings.
That's where we vent.
When we're off the air.
Yeah, the things people can never hear. 1-2 inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Myers after he was in an 0-2 hole. Those are the conversations that keep me sane, I got to tell you.
Got to have entertainment. You got to have it. Can't take life too seriously, as we've learned again and again lately.
Well, I'm glad I can see you through the glass. I'm glad we can talk.
I'm glad we're here.
I still get Dave Marcus in my ear talking to me. But I miss you guys over here. 2-2 to Will. 3 infielders on the left side. Weaver, a very long pause again, and Myers going to back out, ask for time. Dave is in his 27th season as the producer-engineer on Padres radio.
Producer-engineer, as Jerry called him, Chief Poobah. Whatever the heck that is.
Get a special hat. Another 2-2. Will swings and a hard liner fair down the left field line. Got by Escobar all the way to the corner. Profar turning on the Jets, headed for third. He's thinking about the turn. He'll be held up there, though, by Glenn Hoffman. And a double for Will Myers. His first of the season puts runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the fourth. Boy, nice at bat by Will. Fell behind 0-2, fouled off a bunch of pitches, and then eventually a rocket beyond the diving Escobar all the way to the left field corner.
And Weaver put that fastball low down just exactly where he wanted it. And Will did a wonderful job to go down. Boy, he looks like a different hitter. He looks better. Hosper looks better. Things are just looking better.
So all kinds of options now with Greg Garcia at the plate. He had a big pinch hit RBI single yesterday. Walked his first time up today. And the Diamondbacks clearly concerned about the possibility of a squeeze. Escobar, the third baseman, is almost all the way in on the grass. Time called by the plate umpire Quinn Walcott. He does a little groundskeeping out in front of home plate. These guys do it all, the umpires. Padres down 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning, but they got runners on second and third. Nobody out. Garcia. Left-handed batter. And the pitch is a bunt up the first base line. It's a beauty. That'll get the run home. Flip to first won't even happen. A suicide squeeze perfectly executed by Garcia. And a base hit. It's 2-2. You know, I said suicide squeeze. It might have been a safety squeeze. Either way, a perfect bunt, a base hit, and 2-2.
And I couldn't tell either, by the way, because Profar was kind of hanging back at third base, you know? And it was kind of moving but not moving. Certainly didn't break full speed because he paused. Then he went.
Yeah, no, it was a safety squeeze, I think.
Yeah.
He just got down the line so quickly. I think my brain initially registered suicide squeeze because he was on top of home plate.
Well, it's also because he paused. That'll deke you big time. He absolutely took a step like it was suicide. Then he stopped and then took off. So you couldn't tell which way.
Myers goes to third. So runners on the corner, still nobody out. Mejia batting left-handed is hit by a pitch. It was kind of a check swing and an awkward check swing, and because of that, he ended up exposing part of his arm. And his hit, and the Padres now, bases loaded, nobody out. And the number 9 hitter, Edward Olivares, coming up. Matt Herges, the pitching coach for the Diamondbacks, going to go visit with Weaver, who was kind of doing his thing through the first 3 innings, and now in all kinds of hot water here in the fourth. Began with a lead walk to Profar.
You got to love the homeboy, don't you, Greg Garcia? He's something. I need this. I need that to win a ball game. I need you to do this. And he just finds a way to help you win. Wow. Here's a guy with a 370 on-base percentage against right-handers last year. Doesn't have great range, but he'll make the diving play at second base, and that's why A.J. brought him back. And the great leadership he shows those young players in the clubhouse. It's wonderful to see Garcia. We see him come in with St. Louis, but we always say that you can't get a feel for a guy until you watch him play every day, and you get a much greater appreciation for guys like Greg Garcia. Gym rats, baseball guys that just love to play.
And the Diamondbacks, you know, they were thinking bunt. You know, that wasn't a huge surprise by any stretch of the imagination, but it was just a perfectly placed bunt to the right side of the infield. I saw a study a couple of years ago, and it was the great majority of successful bunt hits go out towards second base. That's where you want to aim it.
Mm-hmm.
Easier said than done, of course. Anyway, bases loaded, nobody out. Tie game, Olivares at the plate. First pitch to him is hammered into center field. That'll be a base hit. That'll give the Padres the lead. Myers comes in to score. Everybody moves up a station. Now the throw home almost got away. Good job by the catcher Kelly to back it up. Padres go up 3-2, and Edward Olivares and the double in his debut on Saturday. Now his first run batted in the big leagues, and the Padres are in front.
Keeping the line moving. And boy, this club has done a lot of that in 4 ball games.
Nobody throwing in the Diamondback bullpen. And all 5 men who have come to the plate here against Weaver have reached safely. So the Padres, who just 5 minutes ago were down 2-1, are now up 3-2 and have the opportunity to bust this thing open with Fernando Tatis Jr. at the plate. Here's the first pitch, swing, and a little tapper up the third baseline. Foul, 0-1. All of a sudden they get a little aggressive, and it worked well with Olivares. I said this on Saturday, I'll say it again. Huge credit to the Padre production team here. Not just the fake crowd noise, but the organ and the music and the videos, trying to make this feel as normal as possible for the players. It has not been the case at every ballpark. No balls and a strike to Tatis. The pitch is a changeup low, 1-1. Boy, Olivares absolutely stung that. Off the bat at 102 miles an hour. Fernando waiting. Ball and a strike to count. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Fastball called a strike. Looked a little bit outside to 1-2. Padres 3, Diamondbacks 2. Bases loaded, nobody out for Fernando Tatis Jr. Trent Grisham on deck has already homered today. Weaver set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And the changeup down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tatis. Fernando last year as a rookie hit 22 home runs in his shortened season. He did not have a grand slam. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Weaver set at the belt. Now the pitch. Swinging a hard hit liner through the left side for a base hit. Ahmed Dove couldn't get there. Garcia comes in to score. He is being waved as it found its way all the way to the wall. And right behind him, Olivares. Tatis into third with a bases clearing triple. And just like that, the Padres have come all the way back and take a 6-2 lead. It was a sharply hit liner towards short. But because of where Peralta, the left fielder, and Starling Marte, the center fielder, were playing, it managed to find its way all the way to the fence. You had to wait for a moment and see if Ahmed was going to be able to stop it, the shortstop. Next thing you know, the ball is all the way on the warning track. So a 3-run triple for Fernando and a 4-run Padre lead. Still nobody out with Grisham coming up.
I have a confession to make. Normally on a play like that, even not doing play-by-play, I'm going to watch the runners after I saw the ball was going to go to the wall, but I didn't. I watched Fernando the whole way, like an isolated camera, and oh my gosh, did he turn it on. And then a diving, big time head-first slide at third.
Grisham goes after the first pitch and lines one just foul up the first base side. Now there is action in the Diamondback bullpen.
Junior, you're electric, man. You're an electric player. The likes of which I haven't seen too many like you in this ballpark, on this franchise, with this team.
That triple for Tatis off the bat at 107 miles an hour. I believe that is the hardest hit ball of the day. 0-1 to Grisham. The pitch popped up left side, foul ground, pushing towards the seats. Escobar comes over. He won't have a play. It hits off the roof of that auxiliary dugout down there beyond the Diamondback bench. So 0-2 on Grisham. Trent, the 7th man to come to bat in the inning. The previous 6 have all reached base. Talk about keeping the line moving. Infield on the right side, halfway in for the Diamondbacks, and pretty much most of the way in on the left side. Tatis at third is always a concern if you're the defensive team. Hard to imagine him not going on contact. Grisham in an 0-2 hole. Here's the pitch, and it misses high. So on opening day Friday, it was Eric Hosmer with a pair of 3-run doubles. And now here this afternoon, Tatis, a 3-run triple. 6-2 Padres just like that. And Weaver is disintegrating before our very eyes. Ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Grisham is in the dirt. Good stop by Kelly, though he didn't know where the ball was. Now he finds it, and Tatis will hold at third base. Kind of went underneath him between his legs. He was only a couple of feet behind home plate, but he couldn't find it for a moment. Fernando wanted to go. So from 0-2 to 2-2. How many times have we said that in these first 4 games of the season? What is for now a 5-run Padre 4th inning and a 4-run lead. Tatis at third. Grisham asks for time. And again, a very obvious example this inning of how different it is without a pitcher coming to bat. Olivares is the 9-hitter, and he roped an RBI single. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Grisham. Left-handed batter waits. Here's the pitch from Weaver, and in the air foul left side. Stranded his first home run as a Padre back in the first inning, 411 feet. A high arcing shot down the right field line. He can get another run home here, and he doesn't have to hit it over the fence, that's for sure. 2-2. Weaver the long pause. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. Got him with that changeup. It was down and out of the zone. 6th strikeout for Weaver, and finally for him, 1 out here in the 4th, and that will be his afternoon. Boy, looked like he was just going to kind of cruise right along, but the Padres get to Luke Weaver here in the 4th inning, and now Torey Lovullo will come out to remove his starter. Weaver goes 3 1/3. Gallen yesterday, their starter, went 4. Robbie Ray on Saturday went 3 2/3, and Madison Bumgarner could not finish the 6th on Friday. Padres chase a starting pitcher early again. They've got a 6-2 lead in the bottom of the 4th on the Padres Radio Network.
Woohoo! Wingly chicken for dinner.
Sweet. I love wingly chicken and how they use the entire bird from tip to toes.
So yummy. Nothing is wasted, so our family dinners are like a trip to flavor country.
Vegetarian-fed wingly chicken are gold standard.
Gold standard? What does that mean for the chicken, sis?
At Sinley Foods, we're ensuring your visit is safe and comfortable. Taste the difference in a wing-lead chicken. Available at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.
Locally owned and operated Rochambeau Shades is revolutionizing sunglasses and prescription eyewear for the entire family. Made in Italy and assembled in San Diego. They are virtually unbreakable and bend-in half flexible. Rochambeaus offer 5 sizes of polarized sunglasses from baby through adult, starting at just $20. Plus, order prescription glasses in their game-changing unbreakable frames right to your door, starting at just $69. Let the other team overpay for shades. Check out Rochambeaus.com. That's ROSHAMBOS.com. Proud fans of our home team.
The San Diego Food Bank is partnering with the Padres Radio Network to help feed local low-income military families. The need for food assistance has skyrocketed due to COVID-19. Please help feed families in need. Sign up to volunteer or donate at SanDiegoFoodBank.org.
This is Chris Ello. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Padres put a hurting on Luke Weaver, the Arizona starter, here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 out. They have scored 5 times, and they chase him. Taylor Clark, the right-hander, who was used mostly as a starter a year ago by the Diamondbacks, probably going to be asked to eat up some innings here, is on to warm up. Pitching change brought to you by Lucia Capital Group. Financial planning designed to give you the retirement income you need when you need it. Right here in San Diego, LuciaCap.com, a registered investment advisor. Clark, a 27-year-old, grew up outside of the Washington, D.C. area, finally made his major league debut a season ago. 15 starts and a handful of appearances out of the bullpen for the D-backs. He was 5-5 with a 5.31 ERA. Originally a third round pick back in 2015. Number 10 prospect in their organization, according to Baseball America. He's a command guy as much as he is anything else. Last year in those 23 appearances, opponents hit .263 against him. He inherits a sticky situation. Runner on third, one out. Manny Machado at the plate. Infield halfway in for the D-backs. And the first pitch is a curveball to Machado that misses low, 1-0. Manny 1 out of 2 so far this afternoon. A single back in the first inning. He flew out to right in his other at-bat. Tatis at third after his 3-run triple. Here's the 1-0. Machado takes, and the fastball in at 95. 2 balls and no strikes. First base is open. And, yep, they're just going to walk him now. Manny intentionally passed for the second time in this series. So now runners on the corners and Tommy Pham coming up. Clearly one of those situations where, all right, let's see if he chases something out of the zone. Nope, okay. Let's try and set up the double play. Pham yesterday, after an intentional walk to Manny in the 7th inning, flew out to right field. Padres pulled off a double switch in that, a double steal in that situation. And we'll keep our eye on Manny here. Twice on opening day, we saw Pham steal second with Tatis at third base, just kind of figuring that Arizona wouldn't even throw down there to let Fernando to try and score. So we'll check on Machado here. Tatis is about midway between third and home and now goes back to the bag. We saw him do a lot of things on the bases last year. I don't know that we saw him score on a pickoff throw, but certainly seems like something he's capable of. And he and Manny are laughing. I would not be surprised to see Machado run, part of a double steal last night. And again, with Tatis on third, they probably wouldn't even throw down there. Manny faked like he was going. He will not. Ground ball, shortstop, could be 2. Ahmed to Marte to first in time. And Pham does ground into an inning-ending double play. So that's all for the Padres here in the 4th inning, but they put up a 5 spot. An RBI bunt single for Greg Garcia, an RBI single for Edward Olivares, and a 3-run triple for Fernando Tatis Jr. We'll go to the 5th. Now a 6-2 Padre lead on the Padres Radio Network.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, listen carefully. Due to the sudden downturn of the U.S. economy, there's never been a better time to check your eligibility for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your IRS tax problems. Call our special hotline number and find out in minutes if you qualify for these life-changing debt reduction programs green-lighted by the IRS for the summer of 2020. Business or personal, if you're in a payment plan with no end in sight, have unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or finally just want to know your options, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief and stop collections immediately. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau with a 5-star rating from Yelp, this veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go it alone. Call their hotline number now, 800-785-7188. That's 800-785-7188. Check your eligibility for tax debt savings today. Call 800-785-7188 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
Morning.
How'd you get in my house, B?
Through the air conditioning vent. It's dark in there.
Go away.
How about some Honey Nut Cheerios?
Cheerios. Do I look like a child to you?
Honey Nut Cheerios are tasty and can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet. Did you just
No.
I'm pretty sure I heard a
It was my dryer.
You might want to get that thing checked out.
Have a change of heart. Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
For muscle pain, body aches, to strains, Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis. It works fast and you won't stink. Its unique formula with emu oil penetrates deep to relieve arthritis pain, sore muscles, joints, and more.
I'm catcher Austin Hedges of the San Diego Padres, and you're listening to the home of the Padres on 97.3 The Fan.
Start of the 5th inning, Padres a 6-2 lead on the Diamondbacks. Cal Quantrill has faced one batter. Now he gets a fresh start in the 5th with the 4-run lead. And we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN-FM and KWFN HD1 San Diego, a radio.com sports station.
This is Will Myers from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
Padres 6, Diamondbacks 2 in the 5th. Here's Ted.
All right, first pitch right in it for strike from Cal. To the leadoff man, Ketel Marte. All-Star second baseman. He started that National League All-Star team last year. Breakout year, man. They got a star now, and they pick up the other Marte, another star, ex of Pittsburgh. Diamondbacks will be formidable, no question, if their bullpen comes up big. Outside of ball, 1-1. Fastball on the sequence here from Cal, the Stanford graduate. Boy, if I was a Stanford graduate, I'd wear a Stanford shirt of different types every day. Tell the world all about it. High fly ball, straightaway center field, drifting over Tommy. Tommy Pham reaches out, makes the grab, and one gone in the 5th inning. Edomaro Vargas. It fascinates me because when Jesse was on and Fernando hits the triple, and I went out in the hall for a moment, and Bryce Miller, the UT columnist, and the first thing he said to me, "Did you watch Fernando going first to third?" And I said, "That's what I told Jesse," because he was doing the play-by-play, and I had a chance to watch whatever I wanted, and I just isolated on Fernando. Pitch is in there for a strike.
I still just can't believe the ball got to the wall. You know, I mean, I'm watching the base runners trying to keep track of who's going where, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. And I was like, I thought this went to the shortstop.
Pitch is outside. You mentioned the exit velocity because it didn't look like it would be a gapper, but it became one once it speeded up on the grass with that kind of exit velocity. Made the play. 1-1 to Vargas. 6-2 Padres in Petco.
Superhuman.
1-1 fastball in there. And Bryce and I were discussing, it isn't just the speed, it's his stride. This is not a really tall guy, long-legged guy, but he's got a stride like Dave Winfield, for heaven's sakes. And that plus the speed is just so much fun and exciting to watch him run. The 1-2 grounded on the right side. That'll be a base hit. Vargas had struck out and flied out. Now a one-out runner for the Diamondbacks for the other. Starling Marte.
Padres baseball brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers. With 30 locations all over San Diego, they can have you in and out in just about 15 minutes. Go to SoCalOilChange.com to get your directions, to get discounts. And again, SoCalOilChange.com.
Marte, right-handed batter. Gone from PNC Park to Chase Field. He's going to love to hit. PNC's a fair park. It's a hitter's paradise in Arizona. He takes one inside, ball one.
Yeah, he racked up triples even without playing 81 games there.
Mm-hmm.
Normal year, 81 games at least.
Cal set about belt high, comes inside with the fastball, way in, and he's gone 2-0. It was fascinating. If you saw the opening game with the Yankees and the Nationals in Washington, when they had the big circle and they grabbed that black ribbon and they knelt before the anthem, not during the anthem. The 2-0 in on and fouled away sharply down the left field line. And they had Morgan Freeman, wonderful voice, great actor, narrating that film about committing to change and so forth, and Black Lives Matter. That speech was written by Marte's former teammate, Andrew McCutchen. He and his wife wrote that speech for Major League Baseball, for the commissioner's office, to have it read by Mr. Freeman. Marte, of course, would play the corner when McCutchen was playing center field in his Gold Glove days. Cal set. Laid off the slider outside. Check an appeal on the check swing. Nope, he did not. Marte, single, double, so far. The red daytime Sedona red jerseys for these Diamondbacks. Padres all white, of course, after the camos yesterday. Doesn't want to give him a fastball or go in with a slider, but it's going to be way low for ball four. A lot of offense here today. So Joey walked one. Now Cal has done that. First and second, one away. Would love the double play ground ball against Eduardo Escobar. Switch hitter from the left side. Speaking of yesterday and the new Navy digital camos, the jerseys for the Padres, and the Padres had another new video, the military video, which I thought the one they've had has been the best Padre video in my lifetime. And this one is terrific also, that they unveiled yesterday. Runners off first and second, 6-2 Padres. Here's Cal. That one is the slider for a strike. After walking Marte on it, he's got a good slider. He's got a good changeup. Most Padres will have a good changeup because they'll be taught that in the minor leagues. But he's had one for sure. Been his main deal here. Fastball change. A number 1 draft pick. Playing for the club. Swing and a miss. Nice fastball. After the slider at 94 probably looked a lot more than that, and it was diving down like a splitter, but he doesn't throw that. Nothing in 2. And I say that not with irony, because through my lifetime with the Padres, the drafting, the number 1s that never, ever, ever made it is nothing to be waving a flag about. It's been really, really bad. Those days are over. You can tell by the drafting, by the free agent signing of international players especially, which was a trickle. Not even that years ago. Here's Cal again, outside of ball, 1-2. First and second, 1 gone, 6-2. The Padres have come from behind. After the Diamondbacks got a lead for the second time in the series. Padres never had a big Dominican and Venezuelan stud. They had the boys from Puerto Rico that were fantastic, and that's about it. And that was in the late 80s. Nothing since then until AJ got here. What a great pitch that was. Tailing fastball. Wow, what movement. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Escobar gone, made a great hitter look bad. He had an RBI sing double his last time up. Now he's out number 2 in the top of the 5th. First strikeout for Cal. Here's Christian Walker.
We've talked a lot about the cardboard cutouts in the stands all around baseball. Padres, a very nice personal touch on this first homestand. It's friends, families, mentors of the players. My favorite ones, though, are the babies. Because some guys, they got a baby, a kid. But the babies are the same size, the cutout, as like the grown-ups.
If we had a big child, swing and a miss. That's a foul tip held by Frankie. Strike 1.
So it's like you just have this giant baby head back there.
As if their heads aren't big enough compared to the body when they're born. There ain't nothing like it, man. How's Jonah? Good?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, good. Walker's 0 for 2. Big, strong right-handed batter. Cal deals, busted him inside. What a great pitch. Fastball inside. You can do nothing with it but pop it up. Here comes Manuel. Machado almost a step away from the mound when he makes the grab on the pop-up coming from third. Padres starting pitching. Having a lovely weekend, I can assure you. No runs, 1 hit with the walk. 2 men left for the Diamondbacks. They've left at least 1 in every single inning so far. To the bottom of the 5th, the boys by 6-2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Corky of Corky's Pest Control. So you already have a price quote for a termite treatment. Whether it be a fumigation or a spot treatment, you know the price you'll pay. But did you know that 1 phone call to Corky's could save you hundreds of dollars? 1 phone call. Using new satellite technology, we can give you an accurate price right over the phone. The price we quote will be the price you pay. We guarantee it.
Call 1-800-901-1102 Corky's.
The San Diego Food Bank is partnering with the Padres Radio Network to help feed local low-income military families. The need for food assistance has skyrocketed due to COVID-19. Please help feed families in need. Sign up to volunteer or donate at SanDiegoFoodBank.org.
Blocked drains again? What now? Call How. Our drain cleaning starts at only $82. Call 1-800-BILL-HOW for a free quote or go online at BillHow.com or
call 1-800-BILL-HOW. Bill How.
License number 488413.
We know how.
Thousands of people are listening to this commercial about how you could save hundreds with Geico. What if we all laughed at once? Worth a shot. 1, 2, 3. Ha ha. Ha ha. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Got a hungry pet, Padre fans? Mine loves to eat. Tony Gwynn Jr. here to tell you my go-to destination for healthy food for my pet, Petco. As the official pet coach of the San Diego Padres, I know Petco has made my pet's health and wellness their top priorities. That's why they're the first national retailer to turn their back on food with artificial ingredients. Visit your local Petco store or Petco.com for nutritious, delicious food for your pet. Petco, the official pet coach of the San Diego Padres.
This is Jim Rome. You are listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Jurickson Profar, new guy. Looking good so far, that's for sure. He'll lead off here in the bottom of the fifth. 6-2 San Diego. Strike called. Delivery from Taylor Clark, who came on to get the last out in the fourth. The last two outs, of course, it was a double play. 6-4-3. After the boys had had themselves a 5-run inning. This one is smacked on the right side, right into the shift, big time, taken by the second baseman, Marte. And on over, one away. Excuse me. Will Myers. Swinging it well. Looks like he's seeing the ball well. Not getting a lot of hits, but getting on. Double today. 4 walks in the series and a home run. Not today. It's just in there for a strike. Home run today is by Trent Grisham, if you missed it, for the Padres' first run in the first inning. 4 games now. That's the first time they've gotten a run in the first against these here D-backs. Coming back with his breaking ball. That's the curve low. 1-1. Had a long time minor league club there. The Phoenix Firebirds, AAA of the Pacific Coast League. They played in that downtown ballpark, that concrete bunker. That, to paraphrase Casey Stengel, it kept the heat very well. Held it nicely. 1-1 fastball. Inside. Mudcat played there. Mud Grant played there when he was with the Giants at AAA. As Mud was, as Joe Garagiola used to say, modeling uniforms around Major League Baseball. Wearing several.
Major League, minor league, international.
Oh, sure.
All very large.
Yeah. 2-1. Inside. Good eye. That was very close to the fastball. Will said, "Nuh-uh, not good enough." 3-1. Boy, giving Will a lot in left center. Huge gap. Clark set, deals, swing and a miss. Full count. Greg Garcia is on deck. And the strains of On the Organ. Here we go, Padres. Here we go. Fastball. Again. Laid off a little bit low. Ball 4. The walking Padres. And years ago, that would be, well, that's boring and it doesn't matter and I'm tired of that. Now everyone knows in the era of analytics that with on-base percentage being much more important than batting averages, that getting on base is it. That's what creates runs. And so it really matters.
And Will now has walked in every game of the season.
Garcia, he's walked. And he's had a marvelous squeeze to get one home of that 5-run inning. Takes outside, ball 1. That was in Moneyball when Billy Bean, old friend running the Oakland A's, talked about Kevin Youkilis and called him the Greek god of walks. Billy loved guys like that. As Sandy Alderson loved Brian Giles, who we were talking about when they were both here. The way Brian would get on base, walk. Fastball foul straight back. 1-1. In today's game, it matters. Just get on no matter what it takes.
Goes back to that conversation we had earlier in the week about all the solo homers last year. Remember, the Padres shattered their franchise record for most home runs in a season, but some obscene percentage of them were solo shots. Doesn't win you games.
And likewise, it doesn't hurt pitchers that much if nobody's on.
Yeah.
There's a 1-1. A little cutter inside. 6-2, my Padres.
And look, solo homers are going to happen. You know, I mean,
sure.
It's an unavoidable thing, obviously. But Myers, a 3-run homer in the fourth inning on Saturday, and then Friday, of course, the 2 3-run doubles by Hosmer. Today, a 3-run triple by Tatis. Those things weren't happening regularly in 2019.
The homeboy. That paling fastball. Dandy. Might have been a cutter swing and a miss, 2-2. I don't have it in front of me, but I think I read it like a month ago that Max Scherzer, who's great, of course, strikeout leader, gave up 36 home runs last year, but 24 were solo. That doesn't, he just sloughs that off because there's not going to be a lot of runners on against him. Doesn't mean anything.
It's almost like pitchers now think about solo homers the way hitters think about strikeouts.
Yeah, no big deal. Fastball again inside. Garcia will not swing unless you throw a strike. You did not, Taylor Clark. It's a full count yet again. Get used to it. This club is full count. Full count city. Against this guy from Ashburn, Virginia. And Towson University and the College of Charleston. And a throw to first. Nothing doing. 6 runs, 7 hits for the homeboys. And White today, 2 and 6 for Arizona. Here's Clark, about ready. Runner sent. This one's a high pop in the left field shallow. Runner playing it halfway. Got to get on back on a running grab. And falling down after that grab. In left field. So that's Peralta. I tell you what, that breeze out to right, I said about affecting the fly ball, it didn't appear to be. That ball was taken by that wind, and he had to come in much further than he thought he was going to have to chase that down, and then finally kind of a semi-flip, not a dive, but a flip in the air, and then fell down. It was an adventure, no question, not routine. Here's Frankie Mejia. Myers at first will draw another throw, close, but safe. Kurt Schilling was always like that, giving up tons of home runs, mostly solo. Robin Roberts with the Phillies used to give up, well, he had the record for a long, long time in his Philly day, the Hall of Famer, and he, the same thing. They're going to challenge that throw because I thought he was out with the naked eye, as they say, in real time, and the Diamondbacks and Lovello has had his 20 seconds from his clubhouse to tell him, challenge that.
Yeah, Will's slide back, I think he messed up a little bit. He sort of stumbled and flopped and fell, so it wasn't a smooth return to the base, and that might have cost him.
I thought that his hand was above the bag still when he got tagged on the back.
Yeah, I think so too.
There by Vargas.
And I was just going to say, somebody's going to get picked off today because the Padre leads have been very, very aggressive. And like I said, he sort of just awkwardly returned to the bag. And he looks out on replay, certainly. The Diamondbacks are starting to walk off the field.
I understand that. I really do.
Yeah, they're still on the headset. But
6-2 Padres. The big board and the smaller bands, the ribbons around say play under review.
Hey, remember this year, they were going to finally do the thing where the umpire, the crew chief, got a microphone and he was going to tell everybody what happened on these reviews, but with no fans, they decided to delay that.
That might have been the best change in a long time to do that. NFL, of course, does that when the referee goes on and says, by rule, such and such, he did this, and that's why it applies here. I think that's terrific. I think he got the tag on the back on the replay, I do. And it is a pickoff at first base. Will is the final out here, picked off 1-3. Mejia will start out in the next half inning. This inning is done with nobody left. After 5 full, Padres 6. And the Diamondbacks 2 looking to take a series 3 out of 4 at Petco and the Padres Radio Network.
We love GTM.
GTM stocks its shelves daily with thousands of name brand items for home, office, school, family, and you at up to 70% below other retailers. Subscribe at GTMstores.com for your 20% off GTM coupon.
And get the savings started.
Tony Gwynn Jr. here, and you can save money and keep your power on even if the grid goes down. Get $1,000 cash back on your solar and rebates on battery storage before these energy incentives go away. HES Solar for your home or business, the official solar provider of the Padres Radio Network.
Need a lawyer? Our San Diego County Bar Association connects you with trusted lawyers in over 40 practice areas. You receive 30 minutes of free help from a lawyer, and many offer a flat fee. Need a lawyer? Visit needalawyersandiego.com. That's needalawyersandiego.com.
It all started with a grilled cheese sandwich. 2 simple pieces of bread, some butter, and a slice of American cheese. But after making it day after day, week after week, I hungered for more. Colby, provolone, Gouda. But Gouda wasn't good enough. I wanted great. I added tomatoes, pickles, jalapenos. If I could birth this gooey work of art in my tiny, modest kitchen, imagine what I could do in a gourmet chef's kitchen. So I called U.S. Bank about loaning me some extra cheddar. Now I had the mad cheese skill and a superior grill. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Nobody likes an old, yuck, ugly bathroom, so contact Miramar Kitchen and Bath. They're the kitchen and bathroom remodel specialists. Call Miramar Kitchen and Bath at 858-271-8434.
Contractors license 657333.
Miramar Kitchen and Bath.
Hey, it's Ben and Woods, and if one segment has taken on a life of its own, Woods, it's Don't Do This every morning at 7:20.
Yeah, it's always nice to see people that are a little more messed up than we are.
It's Ben and Woods, weekdays from 5 to 9 on 97.3, The Fan.
I'm Kirby Yates, and you're listening to the home of Padres on 97.3 The Fan.
Ted Leitner and Jesse Agler together for Padre Baseball. Jesse told me it's 5 years, right? We've been together 5 years?
Yeah, this is my 7th season with the Padres. I did a bunch of other stuff in addition to radio the first 2 years, but the 5th year, you and I have been next to one another for all these games.
5 years. Time flying.
Mm-hmm.
Padres on the precipice.
Yeah.
They are. And don't listen to us if that's okay, because we work for the Padres. Listen to all the other scouts, general managers, broadcasters, national and local writers. Padres are right there on the doorstep. Yes, they'll have to battle the Dodgers for those divisions, but they are right there in terms of winning regularly. Very, very exciting. A new guy, Tim Hill, on here again. Had a nice debut with a strikeout, and that beautiful sidearm curveball that he was in there for a strike. To start out in the top of the 6th to Cole Calhoun, who he struck out in a big moment in the ballgame previous, which was yesterday. Came from Mission Hills, California. Palomar College, lefty from Arizona State, lifts a foul out of play. It's great. Calhoun talking about Arizona State. I don't know how he meant it when they asked him, why'd you go to Arizona State? I mean, you're an Arizona guy. But he said, I've been a devil all my life. And they didn't realize, you mean Sun Devil? Or you've been a devil kind of a, a devilish kind of a guy. He didn't say, I've been a Sun Devil. I've been a devil all my life. And he went, and he misses the sidearm fastball. This guy, I'll tell you what, he is murder on lefties, Tim Hill. Nice pickup, AJ. Murder. Come sidearm. Gosh, it's really, really. I'm talking a left-handed Quisenberry, if you remember the guy with Kansas City.
Like 97.3 The Fan on Facebook, at 97.3 The Fan for updates on your favorite talk shows, breaking Padre news, and coverage of Padre press conferences. Thanks for listening to San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Here's Carson Kelly, the catcher. Very alliterative. Thinking inside from Tim Hill. Remember Clay Meredith, Padre fans, that right-hander who was so sidearm, so down that he would literally scrape his hand regularly on the mound. This guy's got the same motion, but left-handed, not quite as much down. But coming by way of first base with another slider for a fastball. I mean, slider for a fastball, slider for a strike, 1-1. I'll trade you a slider for a fastball, said Groucho. Fastball off the glove of Mejia all the way to the backstop. Nobody on, no damage. 6-2 Padres with one gone in the 6th inning. And this pitching change brought to you by GTM Stores. Stocking the shelves daily. Thousands of name brand items that you need, up to 70% off below other retailers. Subscribe at gtmstores.com or for a 20% discount anytime. Hill delivers. It's in the air. It's routine. Backing up in right field. And calling and catching is Olivares. Well, you can see the sunglasses flashing. This sun has been so tropical, so bright for the 2A games yesterday and today. 2 outs quick like for Tim Hill in the 6th. In his Padre debut this weekend, here is David Peralta. Hill's 30 years old. In trade from Kansas City. They're going to put the shift on. They always do it on Calhoun also. For Peralta, as Manny will go out and play in shallow right. Only Tatis on the left side. Throwing strikes, Tim Hill throwing strikes. He had that inter-squad game, was his debut. And struck out all 3 batters in the final prep before the season began. You love to do that when you're a new guy. You want to impress your teammates. Now, they all do. Human nature. There's the breaking ball way outside after the fastball. Throws that slider about 79. A hard slider. 1-1. But they're just like us. If we're going to a new organization or you're going to a new company in your business, they want the respect of their teammates. They want to impress their teammates. The 1-1. Strike call. 1-2. It was a 5-run Padre 4th. And a 6-2 lead now. Peralta's 0 for 2. Fastball high and outside. 2-2. Cashton was a 32nd rounder back in 14. Deals and a chopper foul. He was on that fastball. Puts that about 89. That's not a 4-seamer. That's a sinker right there. 2-seamer. 2-2. Like we said, flags are not quite billowing as much. Shouldn't affect the fly ball. This is a left-handed pull hitter. This is the foul at the plate. Top of the 6th, 2 out, nobody on. 9 spot. I got to get used to not being the pitcher. It's really been kind of seamless for Jesse and I in terms of the DH, because we've seen so many interleague games and broadcasts with it. Just not here, of course, in an NL park for the first time. Taking low, laid off that sinker, and a full count. That's Ahmed waiting in the 9 spot. Payoff pitch, check swing foul, third base by the visiting dugout. You ever see the early plans for Petco? And I did. Eric Judson, who was with John Moore's Inc., still is, John Moore's JMI, building the ballpark with the builders themselves. And Eric was the main guy running it. Showed me the plans. It was a huge, just same size as the home dugout. Somehow it got cut in half. Slow roller in front. Mejia will have it. It'll be on the grass. Oh, what an arm. He pegs it down there on the grass there on the dirt cutout behind home plate. 2-3 and a 1-2-3 for Tim Hill, who so far has been paying dividends for AJ and the boys after his pickup before the season. In order, go the Arizona Diamondbacks. We go bottom of the 6th. Uncle Teddy and Jesse with you. 6-2, my Padres, on the Padres Radio Network.
Get 5.00% APY rate on a 5-month certificate at California Coast Credit Union. Open Saturdays until 1 at select locations. $500 minimum balance, max $5,000. Restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Mozzie is the premier heating and air expert. Right now, save up to $2,100 or get a free high-efficiency air cleaner with your new install.
And they're now offering free virtual estimates for new installations. Visit Mozzie.com, MAUZY.com.
Woohoo! Wingly chicken for dinner.
Sweet. I love wingly chicken and how they use the entire bird from tip to toes.
So yummy. Nothing is wasted, so our family dinners are like a trip to flavor country.
Vegetarian-fed wingly chicken are gold standard.
Gold standard? What does that mean for the chicken, sis?
At Sinley Foods, we're ensuring your visit is safe and comfortable. Taste the difference in a wingly chicken. Available at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.
We're all spending a lot more time at home these days, and Subzz Carpet Barn is ready to help with all your flooring needs by offering the largest selection at the guaranteed lowest prices. For the best bargains in town, visit any Subzz or click SubzzCarpet.com.
Subzz Carpet Barn. Come on down, come on down.
Baseball is back, and now is the time to get your Grand Slam deals at last year's fastest-growing Ford dealership in San Diego, Gosh Ford Escondido in the Escondido Auto Park. We are following all CDC safety guidelines if you want to visit, but you can shop 100% from home using our web buy tool at GoshFordEscondido.com. If you are looking for transparency, integrity, and a great selection, then welcome to the family at Gosh Ford Escondido. Come in or visit us anytime online at GoshFordEscondido.com.
This is Ben Higgins. Listen to Ben and Woods from 5 to 9 a.m. on 97.3 The Fan.
Padres trying to take 3 out of 4. That's exactly what they wanted to do. So they want to sweep. Everybody wants to sweep, but you do 3 out of 4 at home, you're taking care of business. That's exactly what they're trying to effect. And they've got a nice leg up on doing so with a 6-2 lead after being down 2-1 after 3 today. Taylor Clark in relief, delivering. Francisco Mejia takes ball 1. 8-9 leadoff batters for the homeboys in white. 6 runs, 7 hits. Home run Grisham. 2 runs, 6 hits. Arizona outside on the slider. 2-0. Mejia has been hit by a pitch. Struck out. He's got 2 starts. Hedges has 2 starts in the 4-game series. That's pretty much what Jay Stingler said it would be coming out of spring training and the summer camp. And the fastball for a strike, 2-1. Bottom 6. Clark deals. He was on that fastball. Fouled it back. Perfectly timed, but it's a round bat, you know, with a round ball. It's hard to barrel up, as the terminology has become now. 2-2. Overshift on against the switch hitter batting right-handed. This one is in the air to right field. Sutter stepping back there, and Calhoun will make a one-hand grab. Didn't have to actually move at all. Sutter stepping in place. Came right to you. Ball, strike. Strike. 1 gone. Olivares. I don't think when this camp began, AJ thought he was going to be keeping Edward Olivares. But this kid just played himself onto the roster. That's all. We saw that early on in the Cactus League in Arizona, Jesse and myself, and thought, wow, look at this guy. He's the story of camp. And he continued it in the intra-squad games here. Fastball to him. Strike call. RBI doubled in the 4th.
And we just saw Tim Hill with that effective 1-2-3 inning in the top of this 6th. And that trade, Franchi Cordero to Kansas City for Tim Hill, I think was made possible by the way they felt about Olivares.
Fastball, a little late. Almost had it past him, fouled it back. 0-2. I thought Franchi was cool, man, because I saw on Twitter he had addressed the entire organization from Ron and Peter all the way down to AJ and the entire Padre fandom, as it were. And thank you for the opportunity. It's a great city. It's a great team. I'm looking forward to doing what I can with my new team, but thank you, San Diego. And thank you, San Diego Padres. Way to go, Franchi. Classy, classy. 0-2 fastball, foul back again. So we told you the Phillies have stayed. The Phillies have had their game postponed because of the infection. You want to sterilize, of course, that visiting clubhouse. So the Phillies will not be playing today at home against the Yankees. Fastball outside. And the Phillies stayed. Phillies and the Marlins. With the Marlin infestation, 7 players and 4 staff. Wow. With COVID-19. There's a 1-2 fastball, fouling him back, making him work.
And now it sounds like what we all kind of figured earlier in the day is going to become official, or has, that the Marlins are not going to play either game against the Orioles in Miami. They were scheduled to play both today and tomorrow. Those two teams were then to pick up the series Wednesday in Baltimore. 2 more games there. So it sounds like that's what they're waiting for. And in kind of a best-case scenario, the Marlins and Orioles would next play on Wednesday at Camden Yards.
1-2. Lined on one hop to second base. Back a step on the grass there is Marte to grab it and make the throw.
Marlins have to wait on test results coming back. That could take 12 hours. That could take 24 hours. It's only been 10 hours or so now.
I wondered about that because the Orioles, in terms of Tuesday, hadn't been postponed. Monday had today. But then the Orioles said, we're flying back to Baltimore. We're leaving. We're out of here. We're not staying here. Understandable. It's Florida. With like my gosh, over 1,000 deaths since they reopened. More cases than any country. Check swing. And they appeal. Nope. Sonic, I've always said, is perfect. It's my favorite. It's my granddaughter's favorite. And it's been a favorite, and they've been perfect for us in terms of the drive-through, contactless, the car hop service, delivery, and, of course, use your app going there for the drive-through, the car hop. You'll be number one. It'll be ready for you when you get there. Stay in your car with your entire family, protected from anybody else. And the food, well, it's Sonic. America's drive-in. Fastball strike called, 1-1. (6-2) Padres. 2 out, nobody on here. In the home half of the 6th inning, Taylor Clark out of their bullpen delivers his slider outside. 2-1. Fernando Tatis. Strikeout, single. Cleared the bases with a triple. He had half a dozen, if you're wondering, but again, he didn't play many games with those 2 injuries. 6 triples last year. Swing and a miss here. 2-2. And remind you again that even it's an odd season and no fans in the ballpark, still earn your rewards for the exclusive rewards club, the Compadre Fan Rewards points, entering windup today. To get your points, you're not enrolled. Easy to do it. Download the MLB Ballpark app and sign up. Not a problem. Clark set. Fastball. Ooh, inside corner. Strike 3 called, and Fernando is not arguing, but he's done. That's the second strikeout for Clark since he came on for Luke Weaver, the starter. Lucchesi went 3 2/3. The Padres' shortest of the 4 starters so far. Not ineffective. Quantrill has come on. Hill has come on, and the Padres have come on after a 1-2-3-6 with a 6-2 lead on the Padres Radio Network.
Thousands of people are listening to this commercial about how you could save hundreds with Geico. What if we all laughed at once? Worth a shot. 1, 2, 3. Ha ha. Ha ha. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Right now, getting a great deal on a new Toyota is easy. With huge factory cashback offers at the We Make It Easy sales event. Get $2,500 back on a new 2020 Tundra, Avalon, or Avalon Hybrid. $2,000 back on Prius Prime. $1,000 back on Camry, Highlander, 4Runner, Tacoma, or any RAV4, including RAV4 Hybrid. Must take delivery from 2020 new car dealer stock by midnight August 3rd. Excludes TRD Pro.
BuyAToyota.com is Toyota's central for all things Toyota. At BuyAToyota.com, you can get product information, compare models, check out all the latest offers, find a dealer, search our inventory. You can even set up a test drive. The road to a great deal on a new Toyota car, truck, or SUV starts here at BuyAToyota.com.
We make it easy on you.
Mark Collins here, proud family farmer and owner of Evergreen Nursery. Just like the Padres, we have grown deep roots in the San Diego community for more than 40 years. We take pride in growing locally at our drive-through landscape centers in Carmel Valley, Oceanside, and Blossom Valley. With over 400 acres of production, we're able to pass on wholesale pricing to local businesses and homeowners alike, just like you. Thank you, San Diego, and go Padres.
Jace Tingler from the San Diego Padres, and you're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
From the bright sunshine of Petco Park, it's got everything except you folks. And hopefully that will change sooner than later. A 6-2 Padre lead. Luis Perdomo makes his debut. Here's Jesse.
All right, Tim Hill, a 1-2-3 6th inning, and now bottom of the order for the Diamondbacks as the 9-hitter Nick Ahmed takes a fastball for a called strike, 0-1. As Ted said, first time we're seeing Luis Perdomo here in 2020. Last year, for the first time, used mostly as a reliever. He had done a little bit of a mix, but mostly a starter his first couple of years in the big leagues. Pitch way outside and all the way to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. Made his debut back in 2016 as a Rule 5 pick. And 29 starts in 2017. 10 starts, couple relief appearances in 2018. And 46 appearances out of the bullpen last year. Here's the 1-1. Ahmed late and fouls it back to the netting behind home plate. Ball and 2 strikes on the Arizona shortstop, who's 1 out of 2 with a single, and he has scored one of their 2 runs. Padres went ahead 1-0 in the bottom of the first this afternoon on Trent Grisham's first home run in a Padre uniform. Diamondbacks got a pair in the third to take a 2-1 lead, but then the Padres exploded for 5 runs in the bottom of the fourth. That made it 6-2, and that's where we are. Ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to Ahmed. Slow roller back to the mound. Perdomo bobbles it, can't pick it up, and it'll roll away from him. Ahmed on first base. Boy, I was just about to say, Perdomo, a former shortstop, shouldn't have any trouble with this whatsoever, but he did. He had to get off the mound, kind of charge towards home plate. I don't know, maybe 10 feet in front of the mound. He went to go pick it up, and he just had trouble. He went with the bare hand. And it kind of rolled between his legs, and he knocked it away with his glove. And Ahmed reaches to start the 7th inning. It'll be an error on Luis Perdomo, first of the afternoon for either team. Padres did have a couple of defensive miscues in the 3rd inning, but this the first official error. That's when the Diamondbacks scored their runs. Splitter and a called strike. 0-1 to the leadoff hitter, Ketel Marte, a switch hitter batting left-handed against Perdomo. The 4th different Padre pitcher used here this afternoon. Joey Lucchesi started. Cal Quantrill piggybacked. And then, as mentioned, Tim Hill, a 1-2-3 6th inning. Pitch outside, 1-1. Pitching change brought to you by the 30 Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers all around San Diego. Visit SoCalOilChange.com. There you'll get your coupons. You'll get directions. And you'll find out exactly which of the 30 is closest to you. SoCalOilChange.com. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Marte, high chopper to the right side. Myers has it, throws down to second a little bit high. Tatis able to get down on the bag, and they force Ahmed out at second base. Probably never had an opportunity to turn 2 with Ketel Marte as the batter runner. Way too fast. Will's throw was not perfect, but a very athletic play by Tatis to go up, get it, come down on the bag, and they do get the out. Torey Lovello initially holding up his hand from the Arizona dugout, waiting to see if they were going to challenge it. They do not. Not an easy play for Myers. He did a good job, but Fernando certainly bailed him out. So Ahmed forced out 3-6. Marte aboard on a fielder's choice, 1 away, and the switch hitting Ildemaro Vargas. Starting at first base today is at the plate. Vargas 1 out of 3. Singled in his last at bat. Here's the pitch from Perdomo. And a fastball pretty much down the middle. That's a called strike, 0-1. I do wonder if this is sort of all played out the way the Padres had intended. My guess is they would have liked to stretch Cal Quantrill out more than an inning and a third. But I think they liked the matchup of Tim Hill in the 6th inning, and it certainly worked out. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to the right side, could be 2. Garcia has it to second, that's 1. Tatis's turn, not in time. Close play, but Vargas running hard, just beat it out. I don't think Garcia or Tatis could have done anything better. Maybe just not hit sharply enough to do it. Now it's Jace Tingler's turn to see if he wants to challenge. He will not. Hard, firm throw from Tatis. But yeah, Vargas beat it out.
By the way, not to keep you hanging after that conversation we had on the postponements in Philadelphia and Miami, but in case you're wondering or worrying or both, the commissioner an hour ago said there is no plan whatever right now to postpone the season based on the outbreak of the Miami Marlins, the Florida Marlins. Miami. That's good news among the bad news.
Runner on first, 2 outs, and a slider for a called strike to Starling Marte, who's been aboard safely all 3 times. Singled in the first, RBI double and a run scored in the third, and he walked in the 5th inning against Quantrill. Yeah, I'd say that's a situation to monitor. 0-1, grounder to short. Should be the inning. Fernando's got it, goes the short way, and a third consecutive force out. This one ends the top half of the 7th inning. Luis Perdomo out of the bullpen, committed an error, but no harm, no foul. Padre infield picks him up. He gets his ground balls like usual, and stretch time at Petco with the Padres leading the Diamondbacks 6-2 on the Padres Radio Network.
It's that time of the year again, and San Diego is heating up. At Bill Howe Heating and Air, our highly trained technicians can fix your cooling problems fast. Visit us at BillHowe.com or
call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe.
License number 906-704.
We know how.
Don't just be employed, be essential. With training from CET, at the Center for Employment Training, you can start any day with open enrollment. Train for essential careers like construction and healthcare. Go to cetweb.edu. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, and we offer placement assistance to graduates. All programs can be completed in under a year based on attendance. Go to cetweb.edu or call 619-363-0022. For CET, we work for your future.
What's up, everyone? Tony Gwynn Jr. here. And I have to tell you, since school closures went into effect in San Diego County, Computer to Kids San Diego has responded to the enormous need of equipping kids with a computer, providing more than 15,000 since March 16th to our local students and families. Almost 16 years ago, Tammy and Larry Hirschfield co-founded Computer to Kids San Diego with the mission to help kids with their schoolwork by providing them computers for their homes. C2KSD would like to graciously thank Cox Communication, LPO Financial, and Crown Castle for their generous support and contribution in providing computers for our children in the community. If you can help with a generous donation or you know someone in need of a computer for the upcoming fall school season, please call Computer to Kids San Diego, 858-200-9790, or log on at c2ksd.org. That's c2ksd.org.
This is Coach Quintero. Listen to the John Quintero Show weekdays from noon to 3 p.m. on 97.3 The Fan.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and here comes the Lumber, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego contractors and homeowners for over 100 years. Fix it, build it, and enjoy it. Trent Grisham, Manny Machado, and Tommy Pham against Taylor Clark. Padres a 6-2 lead on the Diamondbacks. Bottom of the 7th inning. Trying to take 3 out of 4 to start this 2020 season. First pitch. Fastball strike, 0-1. D-backs won the game here yesterday afternoon, 4-3. How about Jace Tingler? Doesn't lose a game as a manager until July 26th. Trying to keep those jokes to a minimum. No balls in a strike. Pitch is low to Grisham. 1 ball and 1 strike. Grisham hit his first home run as a Padre back in the first inning. He's 1 for 3. He was the last batter that Luke Weaver faced in the 4th. So his first look at Taylor Clark, who's doing some long relief here for the Diamondbacks. Padres knocked Weaver out after 3 1/3. This one skips in front of home plate. 2 balls into strike. Weaver, he gave up the home run in the first, but he looked good through 3 innings. Had a lead, and then just couldn't get anybody out in the 4th. First 6 men who came to bat that inning all reached base, and it kind of culminated for the Padres offensively with Tatis's 3-run triple. Weaver then struck out Grisham, but that would be it with Manny Machado coming up. And it's been Taylor Clark ever since. Here comes the 2-1. Grisham swings, pops it foul off the handle behind home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Padres center fielder.
Here's the quote from the commissioner in not postponing or stopping play. He wants to redouble health directives, such as players wearing masks, facial coverings in the clubhouse, reinforce the on-field behavior prohibitions against gestures like high fives and things like that.
Here comes the 2-2. Grisham takes that. Strike three, pretty much right down the middle. He was looking for something else. Second strikeout for Clark. He got Tatis looking to end the sixth. And now Grisham looking to start the seventh. So one out, nobody aboard. And Manny Machado coming to bat for the fourth time today.
I've noticed guys are spitting. It's almost impossible after all these years of playing baseball. So they're doing that. And they do say, by the way, at the Centers for Health, National Institute of Health, that this particular virus can live, the droplets, they call them, in the air for 14 minutes after they're emitted by a person. So that mask is huge.
First pitch to Machado, swung on and fouled over the net. A year unlike any other, and I don't mean baseball.
It's unbelievable.
Padres 6 runs on 7 hits, none of which have come against Taylor Clark. The 0-1, swinging a high, towering pop-up, very shallow center. Ahmed back, Ketel Marte back, Starling Marte in, both Martes there, and Ketel Marte, the second baseman, makes the catch with Starling Marte, the center fielder, bearing down on him.
I thought you did that quite well. Many Martes. Take a number.
Well, you got Ketel is number 4. Starling is number 2. Base is empty for Tommy Pham. Nothing for 3. Grounded into a double play against Clark his last time. 4-run Padre lead here in the 7th. Pham goes after the first pitch, cracks it foul on the ground towards the Arizona dugout. Thought he might have broken his bat, took a look at it, but he will maintain his grip on this particular piece of lumber. Two outs and nobody on base. This fastball, called a strike, looked outside. Quickly 0-2 on Pham, who had 2 stolen bases in each of the first 2 games of the season. Only once before in the last 20 years has anyone had 4 steals in the first 2 games. That was Billy Hamilton, of course, in 2015. Pham keeping good company. Behind 0-2, now the pitch. He takes. They go back to that same spot, and they get that call again. Third strikeout for Taylor Clark. He punches out Pham to end the 7th. And we go to inning number 8 at Petco. Padres lead the Diamondbacks 6-2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Nobody likes an old, yuck, ugly bathroom, so contact Miramar Kitchen and Bath. They're the kitchen and bathroom remodel specialists. Call Miramar Kitchen and Bath at 858-271-8434.
Contractors license 657333.
Miramar Kitchen and Bath.
Handling San Diego's biggest cases, Gomez Trial Attorneys help families and businesses that have suffered injury and harm. They understand what you're going through and are ready to help. They'll stand beside you and fight and get the justice you deserve.
I'm John Gomez, and over the past 15 years, Gomez Trial Attorneys have a track record taking on San Diego's biggest cases and getting the best results for our clients.
Gomez Trial Attorneys, San Diego's serious personal injury lawyers.
Hey there, Padre pet lovers. Tony Gwynn Jr. here. Excited to tell you about our Padres pet's favorite coach. I'm talking Petco. Because when it comes to our pets' health and wellness, we don't play around. That's why I count on the knowledgeable partners at Petco to help keep my pets healthy and happy. And you can too. From certified groomers and trainers to nutrition advisors and veterinarians, Petco will help make sure the pets on your home team are always ready to play ball. Petco, the official pet coach of the San Diego Padres.
Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors for over 100 years. Fix it, build it, and enjoy it.
Are you dreaming of a new kitchen or bathroom remodel? At Dixie Line, mix and match your dream projects with Dixie Line's lifestyle vignettes. Replacement windows or multi-slide, folding door systems add elegance to any home. Dixie Line will even help design your outdoor entertainment living area. And you'll save on practically everything.
Dixie Line Home Centers. Fix it, build it, and enjoy it.
What's up? This is Trent Grisham from the San Diego Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
8th inning at beautiful Petco Park. Padres a 6-2 lead on the Arizona Diamondbacks. 4, 5, and 6 in the Arizona batting order due up here against Luis Perdomo. They got ground ball after ground ball after ground ball after ground ball. 4 straight in the 7th inning. when he came on. That's certainly Perdomo's M.O. On here for second inning, and Eduardo Escobar takes a fastball strike, 0-1. Padres a 6-2 lead on the Diamondbacks, out hitting Arizona 7-6. Padres had the big fourth, haven't had a hit since, haven't needed a hit since. Here's the 0-1, Escobar, ground ball the other way. Only man there is Tatis, hit it right at him. Fernando, quick bobble, quick recovery, and the throw to first in time. Introducing Quick Pick, MLB Rally's new predictive game that offers fans the opportunity to pick outcomes and compete for cash prizes. Make your predictions count. Play Quick Pick. No purchase necessary. 21 plus to compete. Restrictions apply. See official rules and enter at MLB.com/QuickPick. Another ground ball for Luis Perdomo. Here's Christian Walker, the DH. Takes in the dirt. Ball and no strikes. He's 0 for 3. Grounded into a double play back in the first inning against Joey Lucchesi. Joey went 3 2/3. Cal Quantrill an inning and a third. Tim Hill a 1-2-3-6. Then now Luis Perdomo in his second inning of work. 1-0, slider outside. And Matt Strahm appears to be throwing in the Padre bullpen now. Confirmed. Here's the 2-0. And Perdomo misses beneath the zone again with a fastball. 3-0 to Walker. Perdomo kind of taking a moment to himself out on the mound there. He took his hat off. He was kind of bouncing it up and down off the top of his head after 3 straight misses. And now a 4th consecutive miss, a fastball outside. So ball 4 to Christian Walker. And a 1-out base runner for the D-backs here in the 8th with Cole Calhoun coming up. He is the only Diamondback to have homered so far this season.
Padres and USAA thank the military and their families for their service and offer a special discount of 35% off MLB.TV subscriptions for the 2020 season. Thanks to the partnership with GovX. Padres.com/USAA for details. Thank you.
Calhoun, a solo homer in the 7th inning against Javi Guerra on Friday. Padres won that game 7-2. 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts, also hit by a pitch, and he takes outside. Luis having legitimate command issues all of a sudden. That's 5 consecutive pitches outside of the zone, 1-0. Padres shift, 3 on the right side. Tatis playing a traditional-looking shortstop. Manny kind of the middleman on the right of the infield, and he's not out on the grass. 1-0. There's a fastball for a strike. 1-1 on Calhoun. Padres have not announced their intentions in terms of a starting pitcher for tomorrow's game yet. I'm sure we'll find out after this one, depending upon how this all plays out. The guess obviously is Zach Davies. Here's the 1-1. That's up and away. 2 balls and a strike. The question, of course, will be, will they treat it as a traditional start the way they did in the first 3 games of the season, or will there be something non-traditional like we saw today? They didn't ask Joey Lucchesi to go more than 3 2/3. Do they use an opener? We'll find out. Tune in. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Out in front. Good slider by Perdomo. And the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cole Calhoun. Jeff Samardzija will be on the mound for the Giants. Johnny Cueto in Game 2 of that series. Giants and Dodgers split 4 to start the season at Dodger Stadium. Not anticipating that. 2-2, strike 3 called on the inside corner. Well-placed fastball by Perdomo. His first K of the afternoon. 2 down. Walker still at first base. Carson Kelly, the scheduled hitter, it appears he's going back to the dugout, though. We'll wait and see who does come to bat for the Diamondbacks in just a moment. First, though, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN-FM and KWFN HD1 San Diego, a radio.com sports station.
This is Eric Hosmer from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
There will be a pinch hitter for Carson Kelly. Josh Rojas, a left-handed batter here. In the top of the 8th inning, Padres lead the Diamondbacks 6-2, and pitching coach Larry Rothschild is out of the dugout, heading towards the mound to talk with Perdomo. I'm guessing this is just a scouting report visit. Luis just struck out Cole Calhoun, a left-handed batter. Now he's got another one coming up. Talking about how they want to go after Josh Rojas. This is his first appearance of the 2020 season.
Checking out all the fans up there. It's a big group out there beyond right center in that high-rise apartment building, or condos, I don't really know which. Lots of folk out there on the terrace checking out the game. In Chicago, where it became such big business, and all the buildings, there's so many of them out that by Sheffield and Waveland, left field and right field, that the Cubs are involved with them now. It's become a partnership, as the Cubs saying, hold it, man, this is our product, and you're stealing it. That was years ago. But those tickets now are going from $300 to $450 per person on the rooftops, because they're the only ones that will see the games at Wrigley.
Rojas swings and misses. First pitch, split-fingered fastball from Luis. 0-1. It's to sit across the street.
That's it. And they're going fast.
Rojas came to the Diamondbacks last year from the Astro organization in the Zach Greinke trade. One of the key components of that particular transaction. Here's the 0-1. Foul ball at the plate, 0-2. Made his big league debut last August. Ended up appearing in 41 major league games with the D-backs. He hit .217 with a couple of homers. He had been in both AA and AAA in the Astros system. Put up very big numbers in the minors a season ago. Another one of these AZ guys, Josh Rojas, grew up a Diamondback fan in the Goodyear area. Here's the 0-2. Fastball just missing, maybe up, maybe in. 1-2 from Perdomo.
Louis was on his way to the dugout.
And he was right to be so.
Yes, he was. Steve, right? But not called.
Yeah, the zone was really big the first 2 days. Today, it's just kind of moving around. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a pitch in the dirt. Mejia will have to throw down to first base to complete the putout. He does. Back-to-back strikeouts for Perdomo as he works around the one-out walk here in the 8th inning after 7.5. Padres continue to lead the Diamondbacks 6-2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then go to Babbel.com and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel. Language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This year, biology might be in a third-floor lab, or it might be in your own kitchen. But no matter where school happens for you, Staples has everything you need at amazing prices. From the latest tech and backpacks to hand sanitizer and notebooks. This week, Apple AirPods Pro are only $199. You save $50 and shop any of our convenient, safe options. In-store, curbside pickup, or order online. School on, save on. At Staples. Ends 8/1/20. Limit 2 while supplies last. Curbside available in most stores.
For muscle pain, body aches, to strains, Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis. It works fast and you won't stink. Its unique formula with emu oil penetrates deep to relieve arthritis pain, sore muscles, joints, and more.
This is Tony Gwynn Jr. from Gwynn and Chris. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Bottom of the 8th inning and a pitching change for the Diamondbacks as the right-hander Junior Guerra relieves Taylor Clark. Clark was outstanding in long relief of the starter. Luke Weaver went 3 2/3. No runs, no hits, couple of walks, and he struck out 3. Pitching change brought to you by Lucia Capital Group. Retirement can be downright scary without a financial plan. Get your free Social Security Decision Kit today at freedecisionkit.com. Registered investment advisor, not affiliated with SSA. Dirksen Profar will lead off, then Will Myers and Greg Garcia scheduled to follow. Padres a 4-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th, trying to make it 3 out of 4 against the Diamondbacks. Profar switch hitter will bat left-handed, shift on the right side for the Arizona defense. It's amazing because we've talked about how Dirksen has been on base all series long, and he has. Still has 1 hit, that's it. Swings here, grounds 1 foul, and it chops its way into the Padre dugout on the right side, 0-1. Profar now 1 for 10, but he has walked 5 times. So the on-base percentage is .400. Let's take that. Walked and scored in the big 4th inning. In fact, he got the whole rally started in the big 4th inning. Here's the 0-1 inside. And a ball and a strike to the Padre DH today, Dirksen Profar. He had started each of the first 3 games of the series at second base. Greg Garcia has those duties today. Profar open stance, holds the bat kind of behind his left shoulder as he stands in, and he rips this one foul down the right field line. 1-2 from Junior Guerra. Guerra was the first Diamondback reliever we saw this season. Friday night in the opener, Madison Bumgarner went 5 2/3. Guerra came on to face Will Myers in the 6th inning and walked him before getting Ty France on a little dribbler out in front of the plate. Here's the 1-2. Profar loses the bat, grounds it to the right side. Diving stop by Ketel Marte. Gets up and throws him out. Boy, a lot going on there. The bat ended up near the pitcher's mound. Marte had to race to his left and ended up on the outfield grass where he sort of tumbled over. Came up with the baseball and threw out Profar 1 away. Dirksen grounds out to Ketel Marte for the 3rd time this afternoon. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Padres. Base is empty, 1 out, and Will Myers at the dish. First pitch, fastball, strike on the outer edge. Will doubled and scored in that 5-run 4th inning. He has also walked and struck out. Will has walked in every game so far this season, this one included. Here's the 0-1. Guerra misses low. Ball and a strike. Guerra, the former Brewer, more innings pitched than any other reliever in the National League last year. 83 2/3. Here's the 1-1. And a fastball strike, bottom of the zone. 1-2 quickly on Will Myers. 72 appearances for the Brewers last year. Signed a 1-year deal with the Diamondbacks in December. There is a club option for 2021. Three infielders on the left side now with 2 strikes on Myers. They set up inside, and the 1-2 pitch, check swing, doesn't matter. Strike 3 called. Good splitter. That's his nastiest of pitches. First strikeout for Guerra, and 2 down, nobody aboard here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Stephen Vogt, by the way, comes in to catch for the D-backs after Rojas hit for Carson Kelly in the top of the inning.
Check out 97.3 The Fan, SD.com for interviews and on-demand audio from your favorite talk shows. Listen live to 97.3 The Fan, and for the best coverage of the Padres, of course. Thank you for listening, it says right here, and thank you indeed to San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Garcia, left-handed batter. Aboard safely a couple of times today. Swings at the first pitch here. A little roller back towards the mound. Guerra off the mound. Has it. Throws to first. Plenty of time. And a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th inning for the Diamondback reliever Junior Guerra. We'll go to the 9th. Padres 3 outs away from icing a series win to start the 2020 season. They lead the Diamondbacks 6-2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Let the other team overpay for shades and prescription glasses. Rochambeau's are made in Italy, bend in half flexible, and so light they can float. Polarized shades available in 5 sizes, baby through dad, starting at $20. Visit Rochambeau's.com to see what these shades can do. That's ROSHAMBOS.com.
Hey everyone, Tony Gwynn Jr. here from Gwynn and Chris, and it's getting hotter and hotter each day, and that means we have a lot of sun. Why don't you do something to benefit your wallet and the environment? That's as easy as reaching out to my friends at HES Solar. If you're tired of your high cost of electricity, call HES Solar today. Getting a free quote is simple and quick. Call HES Solar at 619-692-2015 or schedule your free energy consultation online at HESsolar.com. That's HESsolar.com.
What can Nevium do for you? Nevium is the intellectual property valuation expert. Nevium provides value-based strategies to grow sales and increase your bottom line. Choose the leader in IP and brand valuation. Choose Nevium, Nevium.com.
It's your home speaking, and I need you to do me a couple of favors. First, could you get that blueberry that rolled under the fridge last week? It's throwing my feng shui off. Second thing, bundle your home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and we could save money. Lastly, I know you were thinking of painting the nursery back to off-white, but I'm actually feeling this baby blue. Didn't think it was my color, but I am pulling it off.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
One of the biggest challenges you'll face at retirement is when to take your Social Security benefits. At Lucia Capital Group, we can help you navigate the complex maze of choices in this extremely important decision. Get your free Social Security decision kit at freedecisionkit.com, a registered investment advisor.
This is Will Myers from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
Ninth inning at Petco Park, and the Padres 3 outs away from wrapping up a victory here in the opening series against the Diamondbacks. Won the first 2 games before Arizona took Sunday yesterday. And a 6-2 lead, as mentioned, 4 runs. And the ball now in the very capable right hand of the veteran reliever, Craig Stammen. 8-9-1 due up for the D-backs. Joey Lucchese started. He went 3 2/3. Cal Quantrill an inning and a third in relief. Tim Hill a 1-2-3 6th inning. Luis Perdomo a couple of scoreless, hitless innings. And now Stammen as the Padres try and ice this thing, Teddy. Putting the ball again to one of the most rock-solid guys they've had these last few years.
That's an absolute fact. One of the great leaders I've seen in the clubhouse. First pitch, ground ball, second base, to his left. Greg Garcia, grab and throw. And one pitch, one away. Can't do any better than that. One bell you can hear in the background, that's for sure. Rung by the Friar, and one gone. Stammen makes his second appearance. He went an inning and 2/3 on Saturday's ball game. In that game, had a throwing error, but nobody touched him. No hits, no walks. Very Stammen-ish. Here's the 9 hit of the shortstop, Nick Ahmed. Been an all-star, been a Gold Glover the last 2 years. He's been the shortstop to get the Gold Glove. Will Fernando Tatis be able to chase him down and take that away? He takes the strike. I always say that about the old, heavyweight championship. You got to make it a knockout when he's the defending champion. Can't win it on a decision. It is hard to take a reigning Gold Glove kind of a guy and take it away from him after several years. So we'll see. He's had the 2. Fastball, Stam, sharp. Strike, nothing in 2. The pitching change brought to you by GTM Stores. GTM, you find everything you need for home, office, school, and you and your family. 70% below other retailers. For weekly specials, coupons, and more, visit GTMstores.com. 6-2 my Padres, out hitting these boys 7-6. Out homering the Diamondbacks 1-0. If you missed it, Trent Grisham went deep for the first Padre run as they scored for the first time in the first inning in the 4 tries this year. 0-2 Stam in the air, left field, shallow, right through the shadows, and still coming in. The wind took that a little bit, and the ball is caught there by Tommy Pham, and that's out number 2, and bell number 2. And the post-game show is coming up. This will be the first time Jesse and I will see the boys leave and think, we're not going with you. We always go with you. We'd love to talk to you on the plane, in the clubhouse, in the hotel, and we can't. We know how you folks feel not being able to come to the ballpark. Ours is a much smaller microcosm of change, that's for sure. Fastball in there. Strike call, the lead man, Ketel Marte. 4-run Padre lead. Non-save situation for Craig with a 4-run lead. This guy has been money in the bank, and they won't have to use him so much like they did in the first half last year, because they're deeper and I believe better in the bullpen, though they again lost 3 pieces. 0-1 in the air. Gravity being what it is, that's coming down in right field to Olivares, and this ball game on his couch belongs to my San Diego Padres. before the season started, we thought, well, you want to get out there fast. You want to have a good beginning in a 60-game sprint. Got to win at least 3 out of 4 against these Diamondbacks. Sweep would be nice, but 3 out of 4 would be great. Guess what? It's the 3 out of 4. In order, Stammen on about 9 pitches. Actually, it was like 7. Got the job done. Padres will go on to that aforementioned trip to San Francisco with 3 against the Giants as they open up with the National League West and continuing with them now. The Padres 6, the Diamondbacks 2. Back with the wrap-up and the post-game show next on the Padres Radio Network.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Most people know that Mr. Clean Magic Eraser removes crayon and scuff marks from walls, but did you know it even cleans tough kitchen and bathroom messes that are sometimes tough to tackle? Just wet, squeeze, and erase gray soap scum on your bathtub. Erase cloudy hard water spots in your shower. Erase burnt-on stovetop messes. So for all your tough kitchen and bathroom messes, try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
With the real estate market evolving, realtors stand ready to help. Realtors are an expert voice of reason in changing times, and they're working in new ways to guide you through virtual showings and safe closings, to be your ally in the fight for mortgage relief.